destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say,
And as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. This including the ice wall, baby. As they say, Mama said that there'll be days, literally, just like this. Sharing is caring. Be sure to hit that share button. Subscribe. This episode is brought to you by Mando. Up to 72 hours of freshness. Control your odor. Be in control. Also, Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers. Let's get it. 5, 4, 3, 2. And stand tall or not at all. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Flying above the rest, I see you. Cliff, let's get it. 1. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Great times. We already been into 4 games this season. We're going to look at the staff. We're going to look where we need to go, where we need to be. We get the jokes, we get the funs, we get the laughters, we get the pain, we get all of the tears of this as relates to the football game. But where are we? Where do you guys place us? And right now we are 3rd place in our division. We got a little ways to go. I don't think we should want to peak, by the way, in September, right? October should be the month whereas we look at things and say, okay, these are the areas that we improved at. By the time November hit, we should know exactly what this team is all about. And that's according to the great Bill Parcells. He said wait until Thanksgiving, right? And lo and behold, I can't wait till Thanksgiving, by the way. But it's literally one of those things, whereas we need to know where this team is at. Offensively speaking, I think we're okay. Do we have enough to win, to make a deep run in the postseason offensively speaking? Right now, if postseason game starts today, I still have a few reservations. I have a few reservations on the total body of work of what our team can be, right? I think that with Schottenheimer, he do get bogged down with a little too much of information or too much of trying to be successful in the red zone when you just need to do what they call it, what the KISS used to be, keep it simple, stupid, or something like that. Can y'all put the correct version of KISS in the chat for me? Appreciate you, Jeremy. Thank you for jumping in, Recluse. Appreciate you. But then we can look at the defensive side. And lo and behold, in every tier of level, we have an issue. Ain't this right, Angie? Appreciate you, Brandy, too, and superstar status. So in every tier, I think we have reservations as relates to safety. I think we have reservations as relates to DBs. We have reservations as relates to linebacker, interior play, and edge. So on every level, we have issues. Big Amish says, keep it simple, stupid. That is the right one. Okay. Yeah. So it is. I was right. So appreciate y'all. When we get inside our own 20, we need to kiss it. Yeah, keep it simple, stupid, So somebody, the next time we see Schottenheimer, when we get not inside our 20, I think we've been doing good of moving the ball inside the 20, minus the fact that week 1 we put Miles Sanders in there, and you know how that went with the fumble thing. But outside of that, when we get inside our own 5, I think that we need to keep it simple. Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm going to keep reminding myself to bring that up, see if we can get some response to that as relates to this team. Now, with that being said, the Cowboys on the defensive side, we have some issues. But before I go a little bit further into this, let me see. Hold on, I got this one right here. Got to go deep. Here we go. Yeah. Let me get that going for y'all. All right, let me see what we got here. Boom.
1964. Second half, blow for blow. Both teams scored on their final 9 drives. The longest.
But when I held that 9, all I could see was my mama's eyes.
We can count these things. And as for the protagonists in this drama, here are Micah and Jerry after the game.
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm pissed off. I'm very disappointed.
We're going to get it going, though.
I even told Jordan to the side, thank you for having our back today.
That game was probably a great game for the NFL as far as a showcase for the game and competition because you had outstanding quarterback play. You had some very talented people out there playing. You certainly had one of the most expensive players in the history of the NFL out there playing. And so I guess everybody was going to take a look tonight and decide, is he worth all that? It's very simple. Right. Dak was indispensable in my mind. Right. And so, yes. And Michael wasn't.
Put your feet up, folks.
All right.
So I guess everybody was...
Jerry! And Jerry be talking. Jerry be talking. I don't want us to get into the mindset of making this a versus. And that's what it sounds like, right? We shouldn't be satisfied 40-40 a tie. And we shouldn't be angry 40-40 a tie, We should be in the middle of it, right? Saying, okay, we know we can put up 40 points with a porous defense. The whole point of having a wet floor sign is so someone will not be able to slip. And if you mop the floor and you refuse to put that wet floor sign down and someone slip, then you call Frenkel if you fall. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm getting at with this analogy, for the first 4 games, well, technically the last 3 games, because I think the defense did a great job or a wonderful job against the Philadelphia Eagles. Somebody need to place the wet floor sign out so that we would not slip through the month of October. We got to be cautious with this. My mindset is not just to win games because we want to win games. But when we get into this battle, this warfare, we need to improve from one week to the next week, and especially on defense. And how do you do it? Because we're going to grade the staff. We are. But let's listen to more of this right quick. Hold on.
25 minutes commercial free to start the show today, so we've got plenty of time to dive into all of this. He said that the whole world could decide if he was worth all of the money. Dak was indispensable. Micah wasn't. Was Jerry's decision vindicated with the game last night?
Hell no. Are you kidding me? By the way, you realize Micah Parsons saved the game for the other team.
Right.
You do realize that he had, 8 pressures in the game, and you had to spend the whole game doubling him? Here, you actually signal him. That's why he sacked your quarterback. And how about this, Jerry? If you guys can just stop anybody one time, your offense is good enough to be undefeated. Your defense stinks.
Woo! I've grown to like Rex Ryan because Rex ain't going to play around with it when it's time for him to talk about this team. Even though, he's a little crazy to a degree,
By the way, how bad? You commit up 16 touchdowns. You forced 12 punts. Hell no.
That's a very bad.
Let me say that impactful play they made. Okay, right before half. That was pretty big in terms of the Dallas defense. In terms of
were you shocked that they got a strip sack?
I was, but still, they made a big play that gave them the lead. And sometimes in games like that, all you need is to make one impact. Here it is, right here. So I got to.
You know what? Here's what I want to say, because I'm not going to play the full episode there. I just wanted to bring it in for context. He said with the wooden teeth, painted white, because them teeth, he got the glow in the dark editions. He paid too much for them damn veneers. Yeah, man. Make mine look natural, man. Put a little coffee stain on mine. Man, nobody's teeth ain't that white. Rex Ryan got teeth that can glow in the dark. He put Beavers to shame. Beavers looking at it like, hey, big old teeth. Why? On the side note, why would y'all pay all of that money for veneers and they can't even fit in your mouth? And if you touch any close to millions of dollars, snatch them out, man. I snatch mine out like, look, doctor, I got to do a redo, Jeez. Rex will bite your back off, dog. But no offense to anybody who got veneers, you know what I'm saying? Shoot. Pickens, you need to go see Dr. The Veneer Lounge here in Dallas because they can redo them too. Pickens, I've ever seen Pickens. I was like, God, no, he too young to have them big old veneers. He didn't get his done right over there in Pittsburgh, whatever he got his. But neither here nor there. Shout out to Pickens, though. Let me leave Pickens alone. He probably one of them YNs that come after me, Damn! Lord, please forgive me. All right. I'm just joking. Satire law. All right, back to football. Defense win championships. I think that this defense is still the same for what it was last year, the year before that, the year before that. If you think about it, we are better in stopping the run, but we're worse in takeaways. If we were able to accumulate takeaways, then we'll be okay being in the bottom end. Food lover.
Law, we need to fix the defense in the draft next year.
I appreciate you for taking that money out. Yeah, I do. Where that money?
Take the money out, all of it.
Here's Angie said he gonna beat you, Law. He's a dog. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Down, George, down. Hit my good side. Hit my good side so they can really know they beat me down. Shoot. Yes, indeed.
Oh my goodness!
The moment George swing on me, I'll make sure somebody get it on camera. Boy, Law Nation Sports, boy, he got his own money now. Boy, Law is rich. I'm rich, I ain't broke no more. I will still chop you up and feed you to the poor, Wheezy. But Food Lover says, Law, we need to fix this defense in the draft next year. No, I don't want next year food. I want food now. I want some food now. I don't want to wait next year. I don't want to wait next year and then all of a sudden we say, hey, give that kid, whoever we draft in the draft, 2 more seasons and they're going to be really rolling. No, I do not want that. I want somebody now. I want us to will and deal now. So if we do that, then everything else will be able to be on the table. Now, we already have the number one offense in the National Football League. I don't know if you can get better in number one offense right now, right? So we put that to the side. Now we got the 32nd ranked defense. Now, I think that we can make a few moves. Just a few. Some of it, we can wait for the cavalry to come home and all of that. But if we make a few moves from here, then we can at least, by the playoff time, if we can be anywhere between 14 to 15th ranked defense, that's okay. We have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance.
Give it up. I'm with you. I know how valuable Micah is, Rex, but look at this right here. This is an impactful play on defense that the Cowboys.
We've seen one play that this defense has made in 4 games. So please show it again. This is James Houston, who, by the way, had 8 sacks in 7 games for Detroit. But for some reason, he's not there anymore as a rookie, but he never did anything.
I think that James Houston, you got to give him more snaps. You got to give him more chances and opportunities to showcase what he can do. And I appreciate them for going over that. All right, so before the show gets all the way out the way, Schottenheimer was speaking earlier today. Let's listen in to Schottenheimer.
Is that we need to get better, which there's a lot of those. But I think it's an exciting time for us because I do think that there's areas that we can make large improvements. We're having to play some younger players for injuries, but we're also playing younger players because we want to. You know, whether you talk about what we did with Nate Thomas yesterday.
That brother put some good cover over it. Shout out to him. I like the hat, by the way. Hey, I like the hat. They getting to Shotty. Take the visor off. Here the hat. Shotty, be you now. Be you now. But I do like the hat. I do like the hat.
Yesterday, you know, rolling him some in at right tackle and, you know, Shamar James getting some work. I mean, you have to play these young guys because you're going to need them at some point. So, there's things we're excited about, but the focus is now
Appreciate you, Lady
move
Jane.
on to, you know, the Jets, another opponent, another championship opportunity coming in here.
Are you surprised that we're still talking about the struggles of the defense, particularly in the secondary?
No.
We have veterans there.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, there's a way to stop having those conversations, and that's to play better. We're capable of playing better. We need to play better. I thought our first down run efficiency and overall efficiency on first down was, I think, the best we've had, like 65% win on first down. Where we struggled was third down again. And we need to do a better job of self-scouting ourselves and what are we struggling with and what formations are giving us problems and why. We need to practice third down better, you know. You know, and then obviously in the red zone, you know, last couple of weeks we haven't done a great job of keeping them out of the end zone. And so for us defensively, it's, you know, the explosive plays have been a problem. And then, you know, getting the people off the field on third down and making them kick field goals. That sounds like a lot. We can't fix all of that today. We can't go and put in a magic defense that's going to fix those things. We have to fix it through execution and team defense and communication and better coaching. And that's what we're working for.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. Just a housekeeping note to start off. Any of the guys have a chance to come up IR or you start their window? Who are those guys?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about that, you know, probably in through tonight and into tomorrow. I think there's a chance that there's a couple guys. I won't share with you who, but those conversations are a little bit early for us. You know, we just kind of finished up the game, and now that we start getting ready for prepping the Jets, we'll have a better idea. But there's a chance that you could see a little bit of movement.
Secondly, in overtime, that you on fourth down, did you even think about going for it, considering how the defense had played to that point and try to put a touchdown up?
No, you know, I mean, we had our
good way to just take the points. Take the points, man. I'm glad he didn't go for it. I get it. It'd be ballsy if you go for it. just always take the points. Dallas is always strange here, you know. We've seen it enough games in our time frame. Whereas when we try to be ultra aggressive, it shoots our pinky toe off, a big toe off. Just take the points. Get back on defense, even though this defense been porous. I think that this defense, if we get more playmakers and get opportunities to take the ball away, then that's a better look for this defense. If we can just be a happy, tunistic turnover type of defense, then that will work for us. The opportunistic side of it. Because I don't see physicality coming anytime soon. I don't see the stout defense, whereas we have full pieces that we can stop the run on a consistent basis. I literally think that teams can still run on us. But there's no need to run on us when they can just drop back and throw the ball. This defense reminds me so much of the 2018-ish defense, or 18 defense. It reminds me so much of that. Shades of 2020 as well. But even in 2020, believe it or not, they was getting takeaways and turnovers and still being bad. In 2018, we were top 10 on stopping the run. You want to know why? Because teams didn't realize that they can run on us. They just kept throwing the ball. There's no need to run. Then we got into the postseason. Y'all know what happened from there. But let's listen to the rest what he had to say.
Shots down there, I didn't really like my third down play call. I thought there's a better call I could have gone with. That's me being accountable to the team and myself. But no, I think at that point, you're in overtime. You got to give yourself a chance. You get the lead, and we're going to always trust our team. We're going to trust the team. And unfortunately, we weren't able to win the game, and we came away with a tie, and it doesn't sit well with any of us. But no, I didn't second guess that thought.
Brian, Todd Archer with ESPN. Through a month here, you guys have the highest rated offense in yards and things like that. But when you look at complementary football, is your third down offense something that you needs to get better? Maybe in early in games, you only scored 10 points in the first quarter. Like, that's a way that you can help your defense in a manner of speaking.
Yeah, I think so. We never look at, hey, we want to be the first, best offense in the NFL. We want to lead the league in wins. That's what we want to do as a football team, and we don't really get caught up in the rankings per se, either good or bad, because it doesn't really matter. You got to find a way to win. But I would say, we did some complimentary things yesterday. I thought we finally won the turnover battle, Todd. I thought that was good. The James Houston sack was a huge play, and then we were able to go out and sudden change. But, yeah, we can be better on third down for sure. And part of it is, being able to live in more third downs and manageable and things like that. We're certainly talented enough to do that. And then in terms of, time of possession, it certainly helps as well. But
come on,
I will say again, we came out yesterday and, the plan all along was if we get to third manageable in the first drive, I was planning on running it the whole time. Very good front, saw some things that we thought we could take advantage of from them. They're pretty aggressive blitzing defense, and they kind of had us out leveraged. So their call was better than our call on the first third down. But again, it's a 60-minute game. I'm the first one to always preach it to our guys. You can't win the game in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. You're going to win it in the fourth quarter. And so we'll look at it. But the third downs would probably be the biggest thing I would say that we just need to make sure we're on top of.
No doubt. Our third down offense need to improve. I do like his wordplay of saying literally, I don't look to be number one ranked offense or what have you, or defense, special teams. Now, if I can say this to you guys, what I want this team to do is judge the stats, not for the stats' sakes, but for efficiency sakes. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want to be efficient. Not just number one, but efficient. When you get into the red zone, you want to hit that certain mark. You want to be efficient on your third downs, keeping your team on the field. You want to be efficient of controlling the clock with TOP. You want to run with a purpose. And what I took away from what he just said, and we all were kind of like, hey, why this team coming out like that flat? It said he wanted to run it the entire time on that opening drive. I like it because he had a plan. He wanted to get his offensive line adjusted, right? And he wanted to be able to run the ball. That's a plan. That's a strategy. Now, did it hit? No. But it allowed these guys to not have an early turnover or take away or what have you. It allowed these guys to set their feet, get calm, even though it's a home game, and play football. Get them in rhythm. I like that. And I like it because of the simple fact that we can see some of the progress of this team from this year opposed to last season and the season before that. Now, we need to continue to do that, but work on that red zone efficiency. Work on the third down efficiency.
Another overtime game. Do you have the same? How do you take care of guys' bodies? Do you think you'll do the same Wednesday kind of deal?
Yeah, there'll be some things that we tweak. I got to see all the numbers still. I haven't seen all the numbers from the the catapult and all that stuff. We'll adjust something, but I plan on practicing. We'll just see what it looks like.
And with Pickens, what did you when you made the trade? Did you reach out to people before that had been around this guy to say, what is he like? Tell me about.
Before they go into Pickens, are there any interviews with Matt Eberflus? I need to hear him out, because I can understand what Schottenheimer is thinking in his thought process. I need to see, are there any interviews, conversations over there with Matt Eberflus? Where Matt at? Matt, where you at? What Matt Eberflus? There you go, right here. That's 4 days ago. Let me see what he even sound like.
Okay, with in terms of Bland and Clowney, we're working with those guys today. We'll see where they are. They look so good so far this week, but really no promises either way on those guys. We'll see and evaluate for the next couple of days. In terms of the last game, really, disappointed in the performance. In a few plays, I thought our guys played well in the run game, but we got to have better discipline with our eyes, in our coverage, and we've worked hard at that during the course of the week.
I'll sway,
and we'll continue to do that. So again, these guys are 3 games into it, and it's a long season. And we're working hard with the defensive backs, with the pass rush, to get those things going as we go forward. And the guys are working hard at it. Guys are doing a great job of communicating this week, really good. We're doing extra sessions together. We're doing extra throughout the course of the week, just to make sure that it is airtight. And that's the job of the coaches, job of the players. We got to do a better job there, obviously.
What grade y'all giving?
Extra.
What grade y'all giving, Matt? Put it in the chat.
So we got to just keep stacking days as we get the preparation here for Green Bay.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. We've had this discussion with you about communication on the back end. Why do you think it continues to happen with you guys?
C.
It's a play here or there. So it's got to be 100%. So it's important that.
Which grade y'all think he's getting so far?
And it's important that we are consistent, with it. And that's the biggest thing when you have communication throughout the course of an offense or defense or special teams. It's got to be consistent. And it's got to be, it's going to be loud this week. We got to make sure that we're on point there. And just.
I see all of y'all giving him a D. Most grades D.
Yeah, I think you do one word things that mean the whole call. I think that helps out.
Make them cool.
We're doing some of that. And, the guys are really, buying into that. And I think that's important.
Put some shades
the guys
on
hear a word, because when the team's on the ball, goes fast or whatever that may be, they understand the whole call.
Todd Archer with ESPN. You mentioned guys buying in. How much are guys? How much do you believe guys are buying into what they're being taught, what they're being told?
I really can only evaluate what's on the practice field. So if you were at yesterday's practice, it was one of our better practices of the year. In terms of our execution, the communication, the hustle. It was physical. Wednesday pad practice. So that's all I can really do is evaluate that. So it looked good yesterday.
And so when it gets to the game, why doesn't it carry over at times?
Yeah, I just think it's growth. Growing. Like we said, it's we have played 3 games. These guys are in a new system, and I think it's just growth. It's just a maturation of the defense, and I think the guys are doing a good job with that. Has it been where we want it to be so far? No, it hasn't. Have we been disappointed sometimes? Yeah, we have. But it's important that we just stay consistent, stay in the process, evaluate the performance on the practice field, make the corrections, and then make it better too, as we go forward, like we said.
You never really had him, but how much do you think this defense misses Micah?
We don't. You really can't dwell on the past. You really can't. I know that there's a lot of talk or chatter out there about that, but to me, it's our eyes are forward. We have guys in the building that we're coaching. Guys are working their tail off, and we got good enough pass rushers.
Nick Harris, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Wanye Thomas rotated in late in the game.
Wanye! All right, so that's how he talk. He really ain't giving us no sauce. B-Bird! Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your super chat.
B. Bird Cowboys $5. You take away one of the best pass rushers in the NFL 1 week before the season starts and expect the same results.
This is insanity.
Did you do any of that?
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
What were you told about?
Different things. How much he loved football, and that he loves to play the game, and you might have to deal with him being late occasionally, and some things like that, which sometimes we all oversleep. I could have slept a few more minutes this morning, but I didn't. But for the most part, it was all positive, and the people that we spoke to in and around the league and in Pittsburgh and in Georgia, they were very honest. And I think that's the cool thing about this league is people are honest, and you have to be careful whether it's good or bad information. You do your homework, and then that's part of the process. That's not the only process. And from the minute I sat down with George Pickens in my office and we shot some hoops, it was very clear to me this guy was fired up to be a Dallas Cowboy and excited to help us go win games.
Has he been late?
No comment.
John Pashota with The Athletic. You talked about simplifying things on the defense in previous weeks. Is there any more simplifying left to do, or is it as simplified as it can be?
No, there's definitely some simplifying we can do. I'm
gonna be messy just a little bit. Not onto my guy Clarence Hill levels of messiness. Oil and water. Oil and water. They don't mix. Oil and water, they don't mix, right? And what I'm getting at, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think Schottenheimer really blends well with Matt Eberflus. I think that these are two different characters right there. Two different guys from two different worlds, two different thought processing. Matt Eberflus coaches this team as if though, and shout out to him. I'm not beating him up, but I think Matt Eberflus coaching this team as if though. Damn. That should have been my shot. I should have got a shot at being the head coach here. I'm just saying. They're just two different people, personnel traits, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Like when you look at it, it's a good question, a fair question. We didn't tackle very well yesterday. Like, that's one of the things that happened to us. Yeah, we just didn't tackle well yesterday. And I talked to the guys about it. You know, we've got a thing called cup tackling where you've got an outside piece, you've got an inside piece, and then you've got a guy, you know, coming down from the top, and so it creates a cup, if you will. And we lost our cup at times. They had a very specific plan. They wanted to attack us in space, and so they were throwing the bubbles and the perimeter screens and things like that. And our cups weren't very good, and then we're still tackling a little bit high. And again, I know you asked me about simplifying. The other area that jumps up from, you know, simplification part is teams are attacking us on third down with quick cadences. If you go back, we forced a 3rd and 9 or 10, I think, on the very first.
How's he explaining the defense better than the damn defensive coordinator? That's just what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be messy or anything, but it just seems as if, though, oil and water, he's saying that, hey, we got to simplify this defense. I bet you're not hearing it from Matt. Matt ain't saying, hey, we got to simplify this defense. We got to tackle better. We got to do this better. Now, granted, Schottenheimer is the head coach. But these are words and rudiments and conversations that should be coming from Matt Eberflus.
Drive, the very first third down of the game, I think, was 3rd and 9, and they kind of quick counted us, John, and we weren't ready. And talked to the guys about that today. The best type of defense is a ready defense, and that starts with us getting the call in from Flus, getting the call communicated, and then getting our cleats in the dirt and getting ready to play. And it started with Chicago. They did it to us some, and so people are going to challenge us with that. So you implement that a little bit more in practice, and you do.
Wait. I'm not. Oh shit. Wait. Now that's some strong accusations now. Cause let me clean it up though. Cause Lewis says, "Law, are you implying that Flus is sabotaging the defense for head coaching opportunities?" No. Let me put some cover over this. I'm just saying that these two are not joined at the hip. These two are cut from two different ways. I wish if we can just pull Schottenheimer to the side and ask him, what kind of defense, what is your definition of a defense that you would like to see under your administration, right? I think that if you are the head honcho, if you the HNIC, well, the head naysayer in charge, right? And if you are that, right, at least get the chance to pick your own staff, right? That's all I'm saying. I don't think that Flus would have been in that wheelhouse. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Flus was hired before Schottenheimer. I just think that it could be. Sometimes, you know, on what they call arranged marriages, sometimes you just got to fall in love with the one that you are arranged to. And that can take time. That can take some time. That's all I'm saying. So they may be butting heads on core principles and philosophy. Because one said physicality and attack. The other one saying, hey, we going to bend but don't break. Those are two different worlds, you know. So all I can say is give it until November then. Give it till November. Give it till November. That's y'all get what I'm saying, right?
A better job of preparing those guys. And the number one way to fix the third down issues on defense is to emphasize it and do it more in practice, which we will.
And then the flip side of that on defense, if someone was like, okay, so what is a positive that you feel like on the defense that you guys can build off of, what would that be?
Run defense. I mean, our two D tackles, Osa and Kenny, played their two best games yesterday. I thought those guys were excellent. I think our run defense is good. I've talked all week ad nauseum about, you know, Josh Jacobs and what a great back he is and the power and size that he has. But you know, we did some really good things on first down, and you know, Donovan Ezaraku, man, he just continues to excel, and he played.
Ezaraku did have a better game. I got a super chat.
Swazi $9.99.
Swazi.
Every Cowboy fan should be happy about the future of this team. This is a rebuilding year with 4 first-round picks the next 2 years. Green Bay gave up 40 points with a $47 million player lull.
Yeah, I mean, there's really very small rooms for a rebuttal to that. But I want to win now, Swazi. I've been calling you Swayze. It's Swazi. Okay. But Swazi, I want to win now. Not 2 years from here. The rebuild thing is build as you go. I get that. And this front office don't have the sense of urgency to do that. So we got to hold on, pain is ending. But I can't grade the Packers based off of this one game on who won or who lost. We got 13 more games to go, 13 more games to go, right? Yeah, it's a long season. And the Cowboys can't be doing tit for tat. We need pass rush. We need linebackers. I think that if you fix those two areas, organically speaking, naturally speaking, the secondary will improve. You got Hooker, who's going to be out for at least 3 to 5 weeks, give or take. So somebody else got to stand up. I ain't sitting around waiting. I want this team to have a sense of urgency. I do. They need to.
Really, really well, and in between the tackles,
Win
Jack
now.
Sanborn's been really good for us. But
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Did he just say, wait a minute, wait a minute.
but we did some really good things on first down, and Donovan Ezeraku, man, he just continues to excel, and he played really, really well. And in between the tackles, Jack Sanborn's been really good for us. But if we can make people one-dimensional, it gives you a chance. And so the answer to that question would be, I feel very good about our run defense.
Nick Harris, Forward Star Telegram. How are things looking for?
Man, you didn't even have to bring up Zach. You didn't have to bring up Sanborn. We doomed. Because all they gonna hear from fans, because we are the fans and content creators, is that we don't know ball. And the direct the person with all of the information just can't keep it 100 with us, man. Here's my thing with Sanborn. He have all of the right intentions. He had the best angle. I'm telling you, like, he would technically, he's right if Sanborn can run at least a 5. If Sanborn can run a 4.8, he'd be all right. But by Sanborn running the 5.5 and the 40, whatever he be running, he's wrong, Man, he's real wrong on Sanborn. Matter of fact, let me see. Man, this is crazy. Coach, I'm riding with you, man. I'm riding with you. 6'2", 234. Wisconsin, Yeah. Passer rating allowed 109. 6 missed tackles. Already, the season not even He gonna be on record pace. That's how many 6 missed tackles is how much good linebackers or great linebackers have for the season. He got it already. 7 stops. That's good right there. 22 solos. Yeah. I take that one. Man. Sometimes, man, we do it to ourselves.
Yeah, I think, Geit's in the protocol. I think we feel, like he's got a chance to play this week. Hook's got something we think a little bit more serious. Could be a couple weeks, finishing up a few more tests, but he might miss a little bit of time.
On that note, what have you guys liked about Wanya Thomas throughout your time here and then to be in that role yesterday? How do you think he performed?
Well, again, one of the biggest plays of the day was the block, on the extra point. Huge, game-changing, momentum-changing play. I love his professionalism. I love his work ethic. I love his grit. Smart. He is a good communicator. I think that's important. We're looking to improve the communication, and I think he does a really good job with that. And he's actually gotten a lot of reps in practice because, we're smart with what we've done with Malik and Dono from a practice standpoint. So he'll definitely be ready to go. And, again, I thought he did a nice job for us yesterday getting called upon.
And from your perspective, how has this offensive line been able to stay so consistent despite a couple starters being out? You had to deal with the issue with Guyton and Steele during the game, yet you were still able to find running lanes and keep Dak mostly clean.
Yeah. Number one, the brotherhood, that unit in most.
Big Army said Bourne ran a 4.7 in the combine. That was a couple of years ago, right? Jeez. I guarantee you it's not a 4.7 no more. All right. Sanborn or bust?
Organizations is super tight. These guys are incredibly tight. Every Thursday night there's a dinner with the offensive line and the quarterbacks, and they spend a lot of time together. But I don't think it doesn't happen without a belief in what you're doing from a scheme standpoint, a belief in what you have with a coach like Connor Riley and Clayton Adams and guys like that. And it's pretty amazing to think about the team we just played and their ability to rush the passer, that we were able to do that. The protection plan was good. It was sound. And a guy that probably doesn't get talked enough about that did a hell of a job yesterday, and you guys can pull up the clips, was Javonte Williams. He was cleaning edges for us a lot, and there's times where you want to keep him in, and those things don't go in the stat book. But I thought he was incredible at that yesterday.
Tommy Arsh, DallasCowboys.com. When you guys brought in James Houston on the first practice at camp, did you think that he would be having this much of an impact for you?
Actually, I did, Tommy. I really did. Because we had a hard time blocking him. We really did. I remember in training camp, him winning on a rush on one of the early third down. It might have been a 2-minute period. But it just goes to show you, there's great football players out there everywhere. And what I love about James is, here he is going out and creating, havoc for the quarterbacks and making a strip sack fumble, recovering himself. But he's also running down on kickoffs last week, making the opening kickoff, and did the same thing yesterday in terms of making plays. And he's getting better against the run, and that's not necessarily his strongest suit, but he's working on those weaknesses. And anybody that's willing to work on their weaknesses, to me, is someone that you're excited to have on your team.
Let me pause it. For example, I pulled up Marquise Bell 2023 when he was playing linebacker. I'm telling you, the problem was with Marquise Bell at linebacker was the cleanup up front. We didn't have a Kenny Clark, and Osa wasn't as good as he is now, right? But if you keep it clean, linebackers, y'all got to understand. Yes, they supposed to scrape and disengage. Yes, they supposed to latch and disattach or detach, right? They scrub, they get upfield, they make the tackles. But just like any linebacker, you got to have up front. Ray Lewis, Ray, shout out to him, was considered a small size linebacker. His number one punch was he can hit the hell out of you. He was fast, crazy, a killer. You know what I'm saying? He unalived somebody but got off. I get all of that. But he had Haloti Ngata. But before Haloti Ngata, he had Tony Saragusa, Big Sam Adams. He had some big boys up front to allow him to roam free. Linebackers are bigger safety guys. So I pulled up Marquise Bell 2023 stats or what have you when he was playing at that spot. Like I said, he can cover. His coverage was good, 87.6. This is 2023 stats or what have you. Now, no stats are for loser or what have you. 2 pressures. He had 6 missed tackles that season, that entire season. 32 stops, 2 forced fumbles, 19 assists, 74 solo tackles. 3 PBUs. I tell you what, Matt Eberflus may not know these type of things. Like he old, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But on 4th, this is what I would do. This is what I do. This is what I would do. Because I can pull up Sanborn. That's Sanborn now. But what I would do, and I know we don't want to go by these grades or what have you. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to grade chase. Shout out to all my government workers who know about grade chasing. But what I would do in this situation is I'll pull Matt Eberflus to the side and say, hey, I get Sanborn and Murray on stopping the run. They're damn good at that. I can't take that away from them. But covering and coverage, that's what we're getting eat up at. Can I offer you a package, just a package on 3rd downs? Because our 3rd down defense is trash. Can I just offer you a package? Sub these people in if it's not a situation and scenario that the other team is not doing a hurry up offense type of thing. Even if they just sub in Marquise Bell, who got better situation awareness, better coverage skill set, then it will alleviate at least 150 yards, man. At least 150 yards. We won't be ranked 32nd. We at least be ranked 27th. You know what I'm saying? 25th or something. You know what I'm saying? All I ask is just sub him in on 3rd and longs, 4th and 6. Sub in Bell. That's all you got to do. Look, if the Cowboys refusing to pick up the phone and call somebody for a trade, then create sub packages where you put Bell in there and he can be versatile enough, because what's happening here is that teams know that this guy got stiff hips. He got stiff hips. He can't cover. He one direction. That's just sub him in. Like that 4th and 6th play, I guarantee it. You can book it. That would have been a pick. Sanborn watching the ball go to him. And then he react.
And Tyler Booker, have you guys learned anything more on them and if IR is a possibility?
Yeah, they're both trending in the right direction. You know, we're not going to make any decisions right now. I think we'd rather not. You know, I think Book's out of the boot, which is great, and I think both guys are getting better. And we'll see what the time frame looks like. But I don't think we plan on doing anything, certainly right at the moment. But we reserve the right to change our mind.
Scholar. And Skyler Dixon with the AP. You mentioned earlier coaching a little bit more on third down defense, and I think you practicing a little more. And you may have kind of answered it with talking about the quick snap you a few times. But how do you feel like you kind of practice third down defense better, and how do you balance that versus maybe kind of psyching guys out about it and putting too much emphasis on it?
It's a fair question. I don't think you psych guys up. I mean, these guys are professionals, and whatever we emphasize, Skyler, I mean, they're usually great about. They get it. I mean, they don't sit around and read the stats, but they know. I mean, you can't look at our stats and not know that we're struggling on third down. You know, you put a little bit more emphasis on it earlier in the week.
I got the solution. Just listen to me, coach. Listen to me. Somebody chop it up, cut it up, and send it over there. Send it over there. Third down defense. We're getting gashed on passing. I gave you a plan to at least save you 150 yards. I'm feeling so cocky about this. I can save you 200 yards. If you move Murray out too. Not just Sanborn, but Murray too. Create packages.
Adds 4, 5, 6 more reps maybe on Wednesday, a little bit more, and then you start throwing in more Thursday, and you probably got to give up something on first, second down to steal some more reps on third down. You got to steal some from red zone, you know, and you got to be smart. But that's where the balance of a well-constructed practice schedule and the emphasis in front of the room. And again, like, you know, I said to the guys today, like, you know, it could be this week, it might be next week where we win a game 10-3. And our defense has 4 takeaways, and I mean, that's the ebb and flow of.
That won't be a week. Schottenheimer, man. I'm rolling with you, dog. But if you really think that this team gonna win 10-3 and have 4 takeaways, the moon landing was really real then. Yeah, the moon landing was real, man. Yeah, hold on, coach. Wait a minute now.
Balance of a well-constructed practice schedule and the emphasis in front of the room. And again, like, you know, I said to the guys today, like, you know, it could be this week, it might be next week where we win a game 10-3. And our defense has 4 takeaways, and I mean, that's the ebb and flow of our league. And
I had to stop him again. Hey, no way, man. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Wait a minute. I know y'all having fun, but hey, that's a shot at the defensive coordinator right there, man. Ain't no way in the world. If we hold a team to 3 points, they how Sway? Oh, hey, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way.
It's the way things happen. So this is a football team. It's the greatest team sport in the world, and it's the most difficult team sport in the world because of how difficult it is. But we will emphasize third down. Why? Because we're not good enough. It's not the standard, and therefore you're crazy if you don't.
Joe.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Dak talked a lot about the timing yesterday with his receivers, and that was one way to kind of counteract a pass rush that can get after the quarterback quick. What is just the behind-the-scenes kind of group effort to decipher, hey, what is our timing going to be on this play, this play, this play, and how impressive is it, I guess, to keep everyone in sync in that regard?
Well, we talk about a couple different things. You know, we talk about the time clock of the quarterback and the rhythm of the pass. We talk about launch points, which is where the quarterback throws from. You never want the quarterback just to be sitting in the well, at 7.5 or 8.5 yards deep, right behind the center. So we try to change those up a lot. I do think that there's a lot that goes into the fact that.
You know what? I can't even move on. I can't even think no more, man. I'm thinking about, even though a couple of weeks ago we did end the score 14 to 30 something, but we had 3 or 4 turnovers ourselves, right? To contextualize a score like 10 to 3, meaning that we drove the field one time and got at least to the 50 one time, because Brandon Aubrey range is right there in the middle of the field. That means that this team will have no business playing football for us to have a score 10 to 3. And that means for 60 plays, because about 60 to 65 plays in the game, that our defense done locked down the opposing team to even get close to the 50 to maybe the 45, for them to only have 3. You got me really thinking now. Now that's crazy. You got me really thinking.
Of Dak and I's relationship, and understanding, we call it the play caller's purpose, which means when we call certain plays, there's a design of what I'm looking for as the play caller, because there's nothing worse as a play caller when you've got 1st and 10 and you call a pass that should make you, let's say, 5 or 6 yards, and you're like, you see the look and you're like, okay, boom, I should be 2nd and 4, and then you're like, oh man, 2nd and 10, because the ball goes someplace else. But I think he's seeing it really well right now, and he's playing with confidence, and he's just, like I said, playing firm on his back foot. And if you have a firm back foot, you're normally going to be getting the ball out on time and in rhythm, and that gives guys a chance to run after the catch.
And MetLife is obviously, the turf discussion comes at every time you guys have to go to MetLife, or anyone does. Do you have an opinion on that, and do you talk about the turf when you talk to your players this week?
No, I was there for MetLife's first game. I was the coordinator. I remember we beat Cincinnati in 2009. That was the last game ever played, I guess, in the old one. And then I was there for the first one. But no, those are things. That we spend more time talking about the opponent.
Man, I can tell y'all what, man. I got to tell you something, man. But before I go into talking about that, let's get to this right here. Appreciate everybody for rocking and rolling with me, man. I really thank y'all for all that's coming in to the building right now. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go, and let's stay in control of your odor. Stay in control of your odor with Mando. Works and operate up to 72 hours on some smooth, clean skin. Get that washed ready so it can work the best way possible. And with your starter pack, of course, it comes with wipes, comes with deodorant stick or the spray on, and as well as the invisible cream. Yes, you put that on, Yeah, and it's invisible, but it works for 72 hours. Don't test it on Dirty Skin, though. Wash yourself off, man, and use my code LAW. I want to say this and to get percentages off, by the way. The Cowboys, what I was going to say is I want Coach to really get in tune with everything. That Jimmy Johnson was in tune with everything. He'll go out there and walk the fields and say, oh, that's a weak spot right there. Or when it rained, that's where the puddles are at right there. We can run this type of play. Jimmy was such a person that wanted to win at all costs. He'll figure it out. And at the old stadium, right there by the Star, they used to have a little hump. And they used to know how to really run routes. Right there by that hump is a little sink spot, on the field, even at the old stadium when it was in Irving. So when Schottenheimer just said with the Jets, he just only focused on matching up with the players. Nah, dog, focus on the field as well. Make sure that everybody got proper cleat size, right? So they won't be slipping and sliding. And granted, the best thing about it is that, yeah, he used to coach there at the Jets. So maybe that's a leg up, but make sure that your guys are well prepared. Yeah. I like the way when people said, hey, man, because they had brought this up to Jimmy one time in a press conference. And he said, man, y'all just got lucky. And he said, no. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Just be sure that you are prepared, and make sure that everything is in its right and proper order. That's all I'm getting at. Also in other news, Buddy Johnson has signed with the Colts, and he's signed to their 53-man roster. They will be picking him up to be on the Colts. And I made a statement earlier that Buddy Johnson better than Sanborn. Now, that's neither here nor there, because a lot of people will look at it and say, well, what have Buddy been doing since he's been in the league? I can tell you, given the opportunity, you'll see why he will be better. But that's a whole nother conversation. Shout out to Buddy Johnson, him and his family and his newborn, all what they got going on. He'll be well missed here in Dallas. He one of those good ones over there, and hopefully he'll be able to shine over there for the Colts and help them out on their way. Throw the ball on the slippery side of the field is Horace Fisher. Yeah, shout out to you, Fisher. Yeah, you got to do that. It's a mind game, cat and mouse game, right? All right, so what we're going to do is, because I got on this grade the staff type of thing, and let me go to the staff first. Let me go to the coaches where we can get there. Now we start off with the executives. We start off with the executives to speed the show up. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to our sponsors, Mando and Mando. Wait a minute. I keep pulling this one up. Boom, here we go. All right, let's start all the way from the bottom, man. Let's see. Football operation people. I don't know what they do all together. I'm just going to give them from the operational aspect of it. I'm going to just give them so it could be 1, 2, and 1. So I'm just going to give these guys a C+. How about that? Yeah. I met William Britt. He's cool. Met Sarah. She's cool. Haven't met John Park. But I give them a C+. How about that? Give them a C+. What y'all giving these guys? Football operation people. I think they've been operating pretty good. Shout out to them. Yeah. What y'all give them from a scale of A to F? The executives. Posey said, "I'm throwing tomatoes." Nothing. This is from Barney. Shout out to Barney. Love you love me. All right, this is the next grouping of people. Football staff. They just got a name, football staff. I'm just gonna give these guys a C because I know Britt Brown. He get a B+ for me. I know he been doing good, but overall, I give these guys a C+ too. Come on with it. Let's scroll all the way up. Look at my guy Josh Brett. Look at Josh Brett, scouting intern. Dog, you still an intern? How long you gonna be an intern? Intern for 40 years, 5-6 years. Player personnel, this Will McClay. Willie! You ain't getting no A, you ain't getting no B. I'm giving Willie McClay a C+. C+ Willie. Until y'all start moving and grooving and getting people out there, because right now Elam haven't turned the corner for me. Murray and Sanborn, they can tackle, they can fit on runs, but they can't cover anything. So until you bring me a dog on defense, y'all getting a C+. Not just C-, C-. Room for improvement. Yeah, Alex Loomis, Chris Vaughn, Deuce Vaughn, Dad, all of these people. Yeah. Rich Beeman, all of these. Chris Hall, all of those boys. All of these guys. Jessica, what you doing? What you coordinating over there? Personnel, I think y'all just making up positions now. Wait a minute. Scouted intern, scouted assistant, personnel, a coordinator. What you coordinating? Pro/scout, college scout, national scout, northeast. Where the South scout at? Where the South? We need to get some people from Georgia and some Alabama people. Okay, mid-South, Sam. Come on, you got to get to work. Southeast, Eric, you got to get to work, man. Eric, you get to work. Ellingsworth, you got to show your worth, man. Come on, you got to get to work down there in them colleges, man. I want some more people from the SEC, man. Yeah. Assistant director, college scouting. Yeah, y'all boys better get to work. Got your truth a little bit better, All right, that's Will McClay. Him and Tyler Perry, boy, they look like they could be brothers or cousins or somebody. He do. Every time I look at him, I be thinking Tyler Perry on the staff. All right, football operations. All right, Todd Williams, Vice President of Football Operations and Administrations. Adam Pacifica, Director of Salary Cap. Well, Adam, I need for you to start moving and grooving. Pacifica. Matter of fact, let me check your resume out. Hold on, Adam. Let me check your resume out. What have you been doing? 25 years in the Dallas Cowboys player personnel department in his role as Senior Director of Salary Cap, Player Contracts, Pacifica, Assistant Chief Operation CO Stephen Jones, and Vice President of Football. You got names of titles in here longer than what you did. You ain't telling me nothing. This is not a biography. Don't a biography supposed to tell you about yourself?
Sitika Charles has arrived. $5. Who was working that Clickwalla? He or she needs to be fired.
Yes.
Period.
We need to find out who's working at Time Click. You're right. Yes, indeed. Let me go to Google, man. Pacifica. Yeah, okay. Director. You on Reddit. He got a Facebook. I want to pull up his Facebook. Let me see. Images. Well, don't let me find no dirty photos of you, man. I'm gonna leak them all. All right, we ain't see nothing on here. Okay, all right, I'm gonna leave them alone before they come get me. Craig, where your eyebrows at, dog? Craig. Director of Team Travel and Logistics. Okay, all right, we're gonna leave you alone, boy. He look like he could be at my front door. Who at the door? Craig. I'm gonna leave Craig alone. Anytime you got no eyebrows and you got to stare like that, shoot, you gotta be in trouble, boy. But I'll give y'all operations. Y'all operating something, so I give y'all a C, man. Craig, to catch a predator. All right. I got the executives right here. Chief Operating Officer, CEO, Stephen Jones, Charlotte Jones, Chief Brand Officer and co-owner, and as well as Jerry Jr., Jerry Jones Jr., he's Chief Sales and Marketing. I'm not finna, hey, I'm giving them passing grades. I'm giving these boys a B plus, boy. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep it in the family, dog. I'm grading on the curve over here. Nah. All right. I ain't trying to get banned over here, so I give Charlotte Jones an A plus. Come on with it. Stephen Jones giving these individual grades. Jerry Jones Jr., by him not talking at all and not saying a word on the 3-letter, the 4-letter network, or even on the DallasCowboys.com, I'm giving my guy an A plus. Yeah. Don't even know what he sounds like. Don't even know what he absolutely look like. Oh, he look just like his daddy. All right. C minus for you, Stephen Jones. And Jerry, my buddy Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, my buddy Jerry. Yes, indeed. My guy, Jerry Jones. Boy, I'm telling you. Yes, indeed, man.
What's your point? What's your point?
What y'all give Jerry? These are not my grades. These are y'all's. What y'all giving? What y'all giving Jerry Jones right quick? 4 games in. What y'all giving Jerry Jones? Be nice. Be nice. We got $35 million in cap space. We are 1-2-1. We got in the next 2 seasons 4 first-round draft picks. I give Jerry C plus for right now. Yeah, room for improvement. Y'all leave Jerry alone. See, Jerry, I'm grace and merciful, you know. And in the next 4 games, we gonna see where we can go in to improve. Come on with it. Y'all ain't finna get me counseled over here. All right, coaching staff. Let's go to the coaching staff. All right, strength and conditioning coaches, man. The 3 amigos right here, man. I'm going to give these guys a C minus. We've been having injuries upon injuries in the recovery time. We've been having relapse of those injuries. I don't know what's going on with the strength and conditioning. Maybe these guys can be a part of the problem. I don't know. But Harold Nash, Kendall Smith, shout out to you, Kendall. Follow the channel. I'm just saying, I can't put a B plus or an A in this particular category. I can't do that. So people are always hurt. So C minus, man, we gonna have to figure this out. Y'all about to be where them D's at, Shoot. Special teams and special projects. I mean, we haven't rocked the house, but just for the simple fact that Brandon Aubrey is Brandon Aubrey. And I don't want to, mess up any mojo that's going. I give these guys a B. Yeah, I give these guys a B over here. Yeah, give these guys a B. A for ACL. Y'all crazy. This is a big group right here. Defense. All right. Now it's time to really look at this. I'm trying to be nice. Y'all can't hear me? Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Somebody said they lost sound. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Horace says he can't hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me make sure y'all can hear me before I go a little bit further now. Y'all can't hear me? Audio good? Okay. All right. Fisher, all you got to do is clear your cache and take this site off your page. Yeah. yeah, clear your cache, man. Log off, come back in, and take that app away, All right, so let's go. Let's be real. Let's try to focus in. Let's give a real grade right quick. Let's give a real grade. D-line coach, I like what we're doing inside, right? I hate what we're doing with our edge rushers. I'm seeing straight bull, no disengaging, no rips, not even playing half body. They play these guys straight up like, hey, play half body, work aside. He got our edge rushers playing straight up on these guys. Get half shot, get half side, chop, fight half of the body of the player and get upfield. So if I can have 2 grades for our D-line coach, I would give the interior guys, believe it or not, an A. I would give our edge rushers a D. That's just how I'm giving it. And that's D- too at that. We're not creating enough pressure. We're good at being stout and stopping the run when it's time to stop it. But I just don't see enough from you. And if I were to give you just a solid one-off grade, it'll be a C+. I don't know how we do the math right here, but it'd be a C+ on you. And that's his grade, okay? Secondary nickel guy, Darian Thompson. He's been in the intern program. Saw this guy move up to one tier to the next. They even had him coaching linebackers to a degree, but now he's only coaching the secondary and nickel corners. I'm giving you a C, dog. Defensive assistants, quality controls. I'll give you a C. I haven't really. Overstreet. Secondary, man, if anybody if I could wait a minute, hold on. If I could draw this correctly, I'm not gonna give you an F, but man, you're hovering around D-. You're right there. I want to give you an F so bad with the secondary group. If anything, from a technique wise, we are seeing players that was like here to be like this. And I get it. Do we really miss the guy that went to Chicago that bad? And shouldn't he gotten a chance to be the defensive coordinator? Which y'all would have been happy, because I want to see if y'all can say his name, because I don't want to say his name. Do y'all think and even though we were getting burnt last year too, but man, we miss Al Harris. Oh my God, we miss Al Harris. And it's a downgrade from Al Harris to David Overstreet. And shout out to him, man. He's a good guy. Met his people, his people and everything while we was in Oxnard. Just don't see anything. Passing game coordinator. The same thing could be said to him too. Curtis, man, I want to give you an F so bad, bro. But I get it. I get it. But these guys are getting bad grades, boy. Yeah. And just for you to be the assistant D-, I thought for sure our linebackers will be better. I looked at so many tapes. We looked at so many things as it relates to our linebackers, man. And I'm not going to say I miss Scott McCurley, but damn, Dave, we haven't seen the linebackers make a pivotal play outside of Murray to a degree on some flat plays and shooting inside. But Dave, I mean, it's not like you got big shoes to fill. It's not like you got big shoes to fill. Giving you a D too, man. Pause is necessary. I know how that sounds. But giving him D-. And he gets a D too. D-. All these D-. And overall, this is what you bring to the table, Matt Eberflus? 16 years. 16 years. What I gave him a B, right? I gave him a B. BC. Yeah. I got to give Matt Eberflus an F, y'all. I'm trying to be nice, but I got to give him an F. He's failing us. 32nd ranked defense in the National Football League, and we need to see more adjustments. Out of these 4 games, hey, your report card for right now, you can improve now. You can improve. You just failing right now. You failing us, man. I got to give him a big fat F. It's not even fat enough. Hold on. I got to give him a fat F. Make that. Don't you think that F super fast? He ain't lying, no. That's a big, I mean, come on, man. How can you put yourself into a situation that you can turn this into an A? You know, the only way you can turn that into an A, if you get off of this, I got to play this guy in this position and I'm not moving this. Start blitzing. Be this situation. Of making the adjustments. Because you failing us. And you failing the staff. You failing all of these people, man. Yeah, you failing all of these folks, man. The only spotlight that we have on this defense is Kenny Clark and Osa to that degree. Now watch Trayvon Diggs gonna text me like, hey, bro. yeah, but it is for what it is. Yeah, somebody said, yo, who mans is this, man? Come on, man. You got to get this defense better, man. Y'all screenshot this. Somebody screenshot it because I can't save it. I need to know what these grades are. So 4 weeks from now, we're going to see whether or not well, we can remember, right? We can remember all of this, you know. Shoot. All right. So let me put a 1 in the chat if somebody kind of like screenshot this one. All right. And we're going to get on and delete all of this. Let's start all the way from the next tier will be offense. Let's get it. Let's get to it. All right. Lunda Wells. That's my guy. I think the tight end room is okay. I'll give them a B. Wide receiver coach. I mean, you saw what George Pickens was able to do. And this is my guy with the last living high top fade. Taekwon Underwood. I'm giving the wide receivers coach a B. Steve Simcoe, quarterback coach. I like what Dak is doing, B+. Offensive line coach, Connor Riley. Man, did y'all see that play? I don't know if I got it, but, man, I hope I do. Hold on. Boy. I know where it's at. Hold on. Go to my guys page. See what this offensive line coach is doing, man. Shout out to Foots. Foots the king. I think he got one of the excerpts. It looking good though. Look, man. Yeah, right here, man. Look how he got Bass. Downfield, 86. Whoa, look how he got these boys rolling, boy. Look at Hoffman, man. Look at Hoffman. Watch how he's staying tall, keep his shoulders square. Yeah. Look at how all these boys had on a hat. Bass, boy, we didn't even have a drop off, man, when Bass got out there. And Hoffman, boy, I got to give this man a good grade, man. Oh yeah, quarterback coach get an A. Yeah, I go back in. You guys are the decision makers too. My bad for taking over. I forgot all about Tozine, Lean Kazine, Scott Tozine. Yeah. Y'all right. I'll elevate the grade. I elevate the grade. Come on with it. Ain't no shame in my game. He ain't getting no A plus though, but he get an A. Yeah. Yeah. I give him an A. But this offensive line coach, man, I got to give him a B plus, man. He's doing his job, man. He's doing what he can do with the little bit that he got. Quarterback fellowship. What? Wait a minute. What? What a fellowship. What a great divine leaning on the everlasting arm. leaning. We got a quarterback fellowship. I thought for sure that there was Kyler Murray. I said, how did we get Kyler Murray on his team? So I don't even know what he do. I never even heard of that positioning before. But since I gave the quarterback coach an A, I give him an A. Yes, it did. Make up job. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Oh, my bad. Shit. Yeah. Y'all can't ever use that argument against Jerry. Jerry don't like black folks. Sure, he got nothing but black folks on this staff. Yeah. Yes, and he got a fellowship, quarterback fellowship, man. All right. He's the youth pastor. Okay. Oh, my God. All right. Let me grade. Together, we're going to gather together. Touch it a grade. All right, let me give Bubba Dub a grade right quick, man. Running back coach. Don't you look like Bubba Dub? All right, so Derek Foster, shoot, we got to give him a B, man. He's running back. I want to give him an A, but I don't want him give him B minus. For having Miles Austin out there, that would brought that thing. It would have been an A plus if you get Miles, not Austin, but Miles Sanders away. Shout out to Miles Austin. He must be somewhere on my mind. Game management coordinator for 10 years. He don't even look that old to have that job. But I'll tell you, we haven't been having any issues with clock management, right? Just to be real, we've been good on our clocks and everything, right? So I would literally give him an A, believe it or not. We got the number one offense in the league right now. Passing game specialist. Hey, we got the number one offense in the league, man. Shoot. Ken Dorsey, I don't want to mess him up, you know. Ramon Chin-Young. If any name don't match the person, it's his name. Chin-Young Sr. All right, so qualities control, offensive line, I give him B plus 2. Junior Adams, wide receiver coach, I give my guy Junior a B. Clayton Adams, offensive coordinator, basically. We got the number one offense in the league, man. So, sure. All right, then this is the test right here. Schottenheimer. Don't shank me with the butter knife, y'all. But I'm grading him overall, like head coach plus defense and all of this stuff. I want to say C plus. C plus or B. Y'all let me know. But my first initial wave is a C plus. I'm gonna let y'all decide on Schottenheimer where y'all giving him. And remember, these next 4 games you can improve. You know, I don't want to. Shotty gets a B. That's a weird. Chin Young Sr. Boy, that's a funny name. I thought for sure if you just listening to his name, Ramon Chin Young, you probably think he's Asian descent. So y'all won't be mad at my grade, okay? C+. I think we, matter of fact, make it bigger. C+. All right. Let's get it. A. He got nowhere else but to go up from here. These next 4 games, I promise y'all, if we do what we need to do, if I see those small little improvements, I will see a B+ or an A, and we rolling. Offense collectively, overall, offensive coordinator, he getting an A already. We just need to get the overall grades up, man. That what bringing Schottenheimer's grade down is the defense. That was bringing his grades down, man. So Schottenheimer, if you want to get that passing good grade, you want to get accepted to the ring of being a great Cowboys coach. I mean, we got Tom Landry with A's. He's straight A. Tom Landry had straight A's for 20 years. Shoot. We had Jimmy Johnson, started off real rocky, D's and C's. Then Jimmy Johnson, straight A's for 2 seasons, three seasons in a row. Jimmy Johnson had A's. You know, he was so good that, man, he had left his homework in a drawer, and the next coach was able to get that homework up out of there. It win. Yeah. So that's fair so far, right? Yeah. So you doing better than the executives. Boy, this show be too long if I had to grade all of these players, though. Ooh, we'd be too long. All right, so let's go and get things moving and grooving the best way possible. Don't sleep on my reports.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. And when you download, be sure to use promo code LAW. Get 100% match up to $100 on your first initial deposit. And think of this with Sleeper, the #1 fantasy app in the world. Be sure when you reach out to them and you make your picks, just keep me in mind. Just keep me in mind when you make all of them big coins over there and dollars and all of those other things. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Yeah. We had a lot of D+ coaches, C+ coaches. Jason Garrett was a C coach. His entire stay, he was a C coach. He wasn't super bad. Think about it. Jason Garrett only had 2 losing seasons in 13 years that he was here. 2 losing, I believe. 2 or 3 losing seasons. He was average at best, C to C+ coach. So I don't want Schottenheimer to be that. Schottenheimer got enough wiggle room now to be probably one of our better coaches since Bill Parcells, or to that degree, Mike McCarthy. You know, Mike McCarthy was a real good regular season coach, right? Because then you got your regular season grades, and don't let me get to the postseason grades. Ooh wee. So 8-8 king. Yes, indeed, man. Let's get this going the best way possible. Good afternoon, Albert. We were just getting grades out and see what we need to improve at before we do this right here. But if you didn't like your grades and you didn't like what we graded these guys with, and you driving around and you're mad, you're angry, and someone else is mad and angry and they jump the curve and they hit you, you got to reach out to these guys.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies.
Call Frenkel
really
first.
adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Call my phone.
That's 214 or 817. All the threes you can dial. Visit our proud partners, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, backed by over 100 years of experiences here in the heart of Dallas, combined, And these guys will take great care of you, not advantages of you. So reach out to our partners, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. And if you can't dial that number, visit frankelfirm.com. I have 657-390-7391. That's the hotline for your mind. The first person that's in here, in the building. Darius from the 214. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me. Well, Darius, you was live. Well, hold on. There you go. Now, Darius, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Oh, my bad, Law. That was an accident. But no, Clarence, I'm starting to realize Clarence Hill be on that wheel sometime. Like when you was telling him about how Dak Prescott is playing now versus in the other regimes. Listen, man, and he was hitting you with, oh, Dak Prescott has had MVP years. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the difference with right now. Right now, you don't see, it's no stale spots in the offense. Yeah, sometimes you have a 3 and out here and there, but like literally, you used to see like there used to be stale spots in the offense of like, why we can't get this shit going? We supposed to be the quote unquote number one offense. Why this shit looking like it is right now? And then when we go up against good teams like Green Bay, the Eagles, 49ers, you can't get nothing going. Ain't shit happening. And then Dak wouldn't play like MVP Dak in those games. In every single last one of these games. Unless Dak is pressing to where you clearly see that we're not about to win, and then that's when he started like doing like some crazy shit. But other than that, as long as we can stay within the game, he gonna play a certain way. And so that's you can say that he been playing, he did that before, but not like this.
But you know what? Before you go into more details of that, I like to really give a round of applause to all of the people in the Cowboys community that follow me. Because I think that you guys reached out to Clarence and y'all let him have it about, y'all let the brother have it. Y'all let him have it so bad that he called my phone about 2 or 3 times, burning my phone out. What's going on? And he said, you sick the nation on me, And I told Clarence, we got thick skin over here. We debate. We go back and forth. That's football, right? And I said, hey, now it's different because your contemporaries, like beat writers, don't go at other beat writers, But my goal is I'm going to go at you, but it's not personal, So the people, may take it personal for what they say. But at the end of the day, you and Jesse Holler, y'all my guys. You know what I'm saying? But when y'all go against Law, just know that I'm going to chop it, cut it, and I'm going to put it out there because, it's making me feel some type of way saying, hey, man, you on some weed? Man, you on some weed or something, man? And I was spitting the facts at them. And they didn't know. And especially Taylor, Gene Jock Taylor, I'm messing his name up.
His partner from OU.
Yeah.
OU, OH.
Ohio State. Yeah, so sometimes they don't understand the validity or the reach because look, that's you on DLLS, which is cool. I like the platform, but I'm worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So I'm everywhere. So you might get a whole bunch of people, and they hit him.
Shit.
They hit.
I'm popping this shit. Don't do it like
wait a minute. Ever since I could remember, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. So he wasn't aware. Jesse wasn't aware, and they inbox full, and I was like, "Hey, that's just how it goes, man." When you. But go ahead.
My issue was not personally with Clarence Hill. It's more so with what he was saying. And I just feel like it's short-sighted. Yeah, you can say that, but if you really watch it, bro, we ain't never seen this version of that ever. Period. I have when we had to that on that Jalen Tolbert throw that he threw, right. All the way down the field, like right before that play, when we had to have it, I said, bro, I completely trust Dak right now. Bro, Dak is finna figure this shit out. Like I'm starting to like get an appreciation for Dak in a whole nother way. Like the way that he dissects defenses, other quarterbacks have an issue with doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like the Kyler Murray's, he can't do it the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this not me just sipping Kool-Aid on Dak. It's just like me having like a different appreciation for him. But my thing is, and this is my last point because I know I got to go. I always said my whole theory on Dak was you give him the right coach, you will see a different version of him. Because I will always say, if you put Dak on the 49ers got 2 Super Bowls, 1,000%.
Yeah.
If you put Dak with the Rams have 2 Super Bowls. That's all I've been trying to say. Shotty and Dak has a different synergy right now to where it's bringing the best out of him. It's not just the play calling, it's their communication. It's how they see the game. You know, he putting them on game in a certain type of way. So I've been saying this and I'm gonna keep saying this. Be on the lookout for the team to get hot late. Right now, we going through a lot of growing pains. And we gonna be like a lot of piss and vinegars throwing shit. We gonna be hot. But I'm telling you, I've been saying it from the beginning. Watch out for us to get hot late.
All right, I can't let you leave without giving your grades because this is great. So head coach, defensive coordinator, and Jerry. What's your 3 grades?
Now, of course, I'm gonna give Jerry a flaming F because that's just off the strength of just the type of shit he be doing just in general. But when you think about it, like he always be looking up into like a good situation, but don't never do nothing with it. We in the good situations to where we can rebuild this team, and bro, we can build some real good shit. But the way that he got to it was some bullshit. So I'm gonna give him a flaming F. With Eberflus, I gotta throw some heat your way, Law, because you was talking highly about Eberflus.
I was.
Come on now.
You got a straight up F.
You know, shit looking a little shaky right now, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not even gonna stab him. You know, I'm not even gonna go crazy on him. Right now I'm gonna give Eberflus, I'm gonna give him a C- because I can see how his defense could work.
Right.
If you give it a little bit more time, give him the right pieces, give him a little bit more time till everything gel right, then I can see how this shit can work. If you give him the right edge rushes, we can make some shit shake. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody get healthy, we can make some stuff shake. So I'm gonna say a C- for right now.
C-.
But Schottenheimer, I'm gonna give my dog an A.
I know. Okay, you give damn. He said, forget them other 2 grades. They ain't gonna bring his grade stands alone. Yeah, I feel you on that. I can't shake you on that. Here's the thing: when we did, because you remember, I'll give Quinn some heat, and you was Team Quinn. My number one issue with Quinn was we had no linebackers. Yep. My issue now with Flus, we got no linebackers plus no secondary, right? So it's even worse. So, and granted, Murray and Sanborn, they are better run fits, right? But they are not real like linebackers you look up and say, damn, these guys are balling. So at this point, there was times where we can look back at least and say, well, damn, Marquise Bell was balling at that linebacker spot, even though he was tiny. To a point, there were some games that we can look back and say, J-Ron Curse, he was balling to a degree. But we can't even say that at all right now. And historically speaking, Matt Eberflus' defense has been top tier. But for right now, it's bottom bad, you know.
Yeah, and that's what we was leaning on when he first got here. It was like, you know, he have the stats. He been going top 10. So we just gonna wait for that to, you know, come on out. We gonna see.
And if we can just get this defense to be top 20, 25.
Yeah, we can make something shake.
We can make something shake, man. Yeah, but appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro. Good call.
All right.
Yes, indeed. And even people, great to call too. Great to call on. Timothy got you on a good grade. He said the caller on point. Great to callers too. We grading everything. Great to caller. And I got 626 100 grand. Hold tight too. All right, 626.
Brother,
you in the mix? What's up? How all is well?
I wanted to give you props on on that Ray Lewis point.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember, or you remember because you made the point, but other people, they may not remember that gap. There was a gap between Saragusa and the other D tackle that they came in.
Sam Adams,
And
yeah.
people were saying, oh, Ray Lewis is done. He's too old. They brought that other D tackle in after.
Oh, you talking
Saragusa.
about? Yeah. Hold on. Are you driving somewhere? Cause your audio going in and out.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hello?
you going in and out. Your audio was going in and out. I think you're finna deliver a great point. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead. Go.
Yeah, I was saying that people were saying he was done, but when that other D tackle came in, he had a resurgence, and they were like, "Oh," and that's when it was clear to everybody that hey, he needs that big guys up front that he can go and do his thing. But other than that, you said something that was profound earlier too. That was you said, "I want to win now. I don't want to win 2 years from now."
Yeah.
But we're 2 years away. You know what I'm saying? To be completely honest. With this roster, especially the defensive roster, we may have only 2 guys on defense that would start somewhere else. Like none of our safeties are starting anywhere else.
Right.
Maybe one of our corners.
Yeah.
And then maybe Clark and Odigizua. So maybe 3. But our linebackers aren't starting nowhere else. Safety's not starting. So we're just talent poor on that side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And we can make some noise on that with the draft picks if they do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I mean you on point with everything, bro. Even though I can barely hear you, but I can hear you delivering some great stuff. Can you give me the 3 grades? The front office grades, the 2 coaches.
I'm giving Eberflus a D. It's just not looking good.
Mm-hmm.
The adjustments aren't coming fast enough. I'll give Shady a C+.
Okay.
And I don't shake me with the butter knife, but I'm gonna give Jerry a B. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey.
I need it because he made that move, and nobody thought he would make with getting rid of Micah.
That was ballsy.
And it can, if they do it right, it opened up for us to sign our left guard. If we can bring Pickens back, sign the kicker, so it just opened up money. We got some cap space now. Use the draft picks correctly and bring in a couple free agents in the offseason, and then or make some moves now.
You know what? Unpopular opinion. I think Jerry do gets a B. And don't shank me, y'all. Don't shank me though. But I feel you. I feel you because we got money. We signed all of our players, right? Now he can follow up really good and he'd be an A+ right now if he just make 1 or 2 moves, 1 or 2 more moves, especially go find us a real legitimate linebacker, right?
Correct.
I mean, take the grenade away and go get you another edge rusher or go get you another playmaker on defense, and he would have solidified everything that you would want a front office to do, right? To that degree, I think our offense we rank number 1 for right now. Not to get complacent with that. If we fool around and just probably just make those 2 other extra moves, I can't see us giving him a failing grade at this point. But we got to say, though, but for right now, at this point, y'all, I know right now we mad and upset, but you can't give the man an F at this point because we got money and then we just signed everybody that we said we were supposed to sign. I appreciate you, bro.
Cool, thank you.
Good call from a man. Great to call her, man. I get it, man. If you can argue your grade, and like I said, those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. We 4 games in. 4 more games from here can either make that grade increase or decrease. Now, how Jerry Jones can maintain this B, and I'm not capping. I don't want y'all to think I'm capping for the Joneses because if they do need to send me some checks, I'll be right here. I'm right here. Yeah. Jerry can get an A+ right now if we hear some breaking news on a dominant if they go make a nice little trade for another Trey Hendrickson's or if they fool around and go make a situation for Jeffrey Simmons. I'm giving that dude an A. if we got money, if they fool around and get us a linebacker, I know Roquan Smith is hurt, but if they get us a linebacker that can go hook the sidelines, that can fit gaps, and then all of a sudden we fool around, look better on defense, woo-wee. He'll get that positive grade. But I don't blame the guy for giving him a B. Let me see here what my guy 100 grand with the plan gonna say, man. What's good with you, man? You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Chilling, my boy. Chilling, my boy. Listen, man. Listen. Jerry Jones, you're right. Jerry, we're grading up to this point.
Up to this point.
Not talking about later on if we do this, if we do that. No. We're grading up until right now. We graded up until right now. So since we graded up until right now. You're right, man. He deserves at least a B.
At least a B. He ain't flunking, you know.
He's not flunking, but he did make some moves. I mean, he did give us Pickens, and Pickens was a big reason why we won that game. If not, we would have had Tolbert out there. And you think Tolbert doing what Pickens did, even though Tolbert did get that catch?
Yeah.
He's not doing what Pickens did. He wouldn't have did that. We would have lost that game.
And he did get Javonte Williams, man, because we were sitting. I mean, how can we take that away from him? You know, Javonte Williams, you can't take. That's my thing. So at the end of the day, it's not like we're failing. It's not like he's failing right now. You know.
No,
yeah.
Can't take that away. So he deserves a B. Now the defensive coach, F plus. F plus.
Plus.
You get F plus. I don't want to hear, man, if the scheme get better and we get better play. We're talking about right now. I don't want to hear. Well, okay, I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
F plus. You got the 32nd worst defense in the whole NFL.
Whole
How in
NFL.
the world are you gonna sit there and say, well, I'm gonna give him this because, man, if the scheme get better and this guy get back and that guy get, they ain't here yet.
Yeah.
So he's terrible. Now, Shoddy.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear you now. I want to hear what you gonna say, brother. What you gonna give him?
Now,
What?
Now, are we doing Shoddy the coordinator or Shoddy the coach? Because he's both of them now. You gotta separate it, or you gotta add one. Because
Okay. Because I definitely didn't do that earlier. All right. So wait a minute. Now I'm gonna hold you to that. Him as the head coach. That means that Fluke's gonna bring his grade down. So you can't give him an A. You can't give him an A. Here's the head coach.
That's why I'm asking you that question.
All right. So here's. Go ahead because give me his coordinator skills grade first then.
Coordinator skills, A++.
A++. Okay.
He got the #1 offense in the whole NFL. You can't take that away.
I can't take that away.
I don't care about he should have went for it on 4th down, which was so stupid. I don't understand why everybody talking about he should have went for it.
Take the
on 4th
points.
down.
Take the points.
I don't get that. You take the points, man. We trying to win.
Yeah.
And your defense is trash. You can't play no games. Like
right. To take the money.
can't.
Yeah, take the money out.
That's a good coordinator to me. That's a good coordinator. You recognize that the defense is trash? We need to take anything we can get.
Take the money.
Our defense going to give it up like a chick when you pull out a couple dollars.
Harry Hines defense, boy. All right, but they said that Lamb running play. I mean, that would.
No. Why do we do this?
No. VIP in the chat says the Lamb running play.
Why do we do VIP? You my dog.
No, this the other VIP. No. That's the other VIP. No, this the VIP 2.0. Yeah.
Come on. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, bro? They've been doing that They've been doing that for about 3-4 years. Lamb been going out the back. What do you see? What are you talking about? So come on, this is what I'm talking about, Lord, with the nonsense, bro. He been doing that for about 2 to 3 years, running out the backfield, and y'all was applauding. Yeah, Lamb running out the backfield. Yeah, we seeing wrinkles. Yeah, he get hurt. Now it's come on, Shotty. What are you doing? Y'all need to stop it, man. Y'all acting like some certain females out here who talk out both sides of their mouth, man. Come on, man. You can't be moving like that.
So what'd you give him, man, on overall coaching?
Overall coaching, man, that bring his grade down, man. He get about a C+.
C+. That
C+.
F
C+, because the defense is terrible and the special teams is terrible. Besides Aubrey, man.
Yeah, Aubrey brings the special team grade up.
That's shining on special teams. I don't get it. I don't understand. Every time we get kicked the ball, it's a penalty. Knock us back. Dak always got a long field because it's always a 10-yard penalty. Somebody holding, somebody doing this, somebody doing that. Come on, special teams, coach. What is you doing?
You're right. So the next 4 games, everybody got an opportunity to increase their grades. Yeah, you're right.
Except for Shoddy, the coordinator. I don't know how much better he can get.
I mean, efficiency levels, man. He can get better in red zones. I think that's the only area. I think that we have a personnel deal with the backup running back. If we can just, because you saw how, you remember Detroit last year, right? With Gibbs and Montgomery. I'm fixated. I'm fixated on that.
I think Blue's playing Sunday because if you listen to the interview, he did say Blue.
Yeah.
Blue is doing great. I think Blue is going to play against the Jets, and if I'm them, I would. But the Jets are terrible, though.
Yeah.
Jets. We should stomp them. Listen, Law.
Man, don't. It's too soon. It's too soon to start score predictions now. You know, we didn't say from Thursday or Friday, man.
We're not stomping the mud hole in the Jets. I'm gonna go down to the sideline. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna be there.
It's in New Jersey, so yeah.
I'm gonna be there. So I mean, come on, man. You watched the Jets play. Did you watch the Jets play last night?
Man, I saw that, man.
Come on, man. Tyreek Hill, prayers up to Tyreek.
Man, that was terrible, man. I had to turn it away, man. Cause I was just hanging out with Tyreek Hill earlier this offseason, and I was talking about, man, we're gonna have that race. And he was just saying, okay. And I said, you gonna come to Dallas? And he was like, okay, yeah, I need to be in Dallas. But I don't want him now, though. Unfortunately. Yeah. Hey, man, I ain't trying to laugh at him, man. But I just don't want to. Breaking news, the Cowboys are now getting Tyreek. That's right up Jerry Alley. And when they get hurt, they come to Dallas. Shit. Oh, my God. Yeah. But, man, I appreciate you for calling in, man.
No doubt, man. You already know, bro. You already know.
No doubt, man. Yeah. All right. Oh, I hit you up, man. I hit you up, bro.
I said hit me, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. That's $100,000. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that injury, boy, it was terrible. I got from the 469 and the 513, and then I got the other VIP. All right, so 469, what's on your mind, man? Talk to me, man.
Yo, good afternoon, Law. How you doing, man?
Man, all is well. Can't complain.
Man, hey, we're that one stat, 3 out of 100 teams, and we're that one that never won that game with scoring 40 points and no turnovers. So,
wow.
Hey, that's interesting stat, but I mean, hey, just can't believe it, man. But it was a great game. My 2 beans, and I'll let you be, man. I just hate living with the tie. Like we were talking about, Matt Eberflus. I'm gonna just call him Matt because I hate pronouncing his name. We all know he lives by the bend, don't break defense.
Bend but don't break.
However, how can you not bend when the bridge you built has already collapsed every single time? Yep. It's like having the best alarm system but never arming it. If this defense can make some stops when they're supposed to, that means you made a stop when it counted. And that's all we ask for. This defense doesn't have to be top of the line, top 5, or flat out doomsday defense. But you just have to make the stops when it counts and get that team off the field. If that team, after Dak went down the field, scored with George Pickens, and they had that opportunity to get Green Bay off the field, you win.
You win.
And I'm not calling. I'm saying this. The linebacker, what's his name? I forgot his name.
Sanborn.
He's Young Buck. No, Young Buck that made that boneheaded play of that.
Live foul.
Hitting the guy.
You talking about live foul?
Yeah, man. Don't get me wrong. He's talented and everything, but you got to fix those mistakes. But like I said, Law, like if this defense can make some stops, you're in a better situation. But we'll see, man. They have to play more discipline, and they have to get their head out there. You know what? And my last point is this: for the grades.
Yeah,
Coaching
3 grades.
Overall is a B-. You cannot deny this pass and run game has been the top tier. You are top number 1 in pass, and you are almost top 3 in the run. Like, if you were to say that this coming season, you're like, damn, this Cowboys team is going to make some noise. But this defense, there's nothing else to say about that coaching staff and that defense. I don't know what they're coaching down there. And as far as the front office, overall it's a B. But I'll tell you now, Law, this grade is not final until we know by the end of January. Because you made the move to trade Micah, but the timing of it and whatever you do with that opportunity decides if you go to a D or F or go A to a B by the end of January. Because we truly see what it takes to win football games, and right now you're clearly missing something. And that's all I got, Law.
No doubt,
Peace
man.
out and blessings.
Yes, indeed, man. That's my guy right there. All right. I got 513. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Sleeper.
Hey, brother, can you skip and come back to me for one call?
No doubt, man. I got you, man. All right.
All right, cool.
No doubt. I got VIP. What's on your mind from the 860? Talk to me, VIP.
Law,
What up?
Law, it's VI. Hold on, Law, man. I'm already in my feelings, Law. Law, we're going to have to regulate something. Law, there's only one VIP. Sadiqa? No, Law, Sadiqa, I need you to jump in the chat and eradicate that. You heard me, Queen? The VIP, you got to change your name or I will hunt you down. You heard? I ain't going to have Law up here and my brother Honey thinking I'm coming at him sideways because you want to deride me. Nah, B. We're not doing that.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. When I mention the other VIP, maybe I say
VIP Slurpee.
Slurp. VIP Slurp. Shit. The premium. The premium package. All right, man. He's a good sport, though. The other VIP is a good sport, man.
All right. I'm going to be easy, Lord.
He said both VIPs equals a tie. Oh my God, boy, I needed to laugh, man. Y'all extended my life, man. Y'all extended my life for about 15 to 20 years, I guarantee it.
It's all love at the end of the day, Lord. But you know, Slurpees be out here slurping, Lord. I heard Slurp come on here yesterday, Lord. And Lord, you need to start banning Slurp. When you come on here and start slurping over himself, put the Slurpee machine up, Lord, play some Slurp in the background, and you his ass off. If he come on here and ask you, are you happy with your orphan? Yo, first of all, get some goddamn testosterone. Get some bass in your voice. Are you happy with your orphans? Look in. I'm number 1. I'm not happy with my orphans. Dumb as hell, B. Just stop, yo. Man. All right, well, I'm going to calm down.
Made the heart stand up, man. All right, so.
Let me get to my grades now, Lord.
Okay.
So I can get out of here. I got to get my son off the bus. We got to go work out. We got jujitsu. So I'm going to get to my grades.
Okay.
First, I'm going to give Jerry 2 grades.
Okay.
Jerry DM and Jerry, the goddamn owner.
Now you cooking.
Jerry, the owner, I can't be mad at. I can't be mad at Jerry, the owner.
Right.
Because he did give us pickings. Like my brother said. So somewhere they fumbled that and they got us Pickens. But Jerry, I'm gonna give you. I can't see me giving any man no D. Pause. So Jerry, you get a C as an owner. As a GM, you get an F, a F minus. Because if you really, my whole point is, Lord, I don't like to be lied to, Lord. Don't sell me no dreams, B. So don't start making up ish like as you go along. Now you talk about, oh, well, we had this Micah plan. Or, nah, come on, B. If that was the case, you would have did it for draft day when you would have got we would have had 31 teams willing to undress themselves for Micah, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Lord.
Hey, you're right.
So when you sell me a dream, Lord, now you sound fugazi to me. You sound like you talking out the side of your face just to try to, to divert the attention to what you really did. Like both of y'all, I heard somebody say it. I don't know what on Sportcaster said it. He's like, the game ended in a perfect way because that's the perfect ending for how Jerry and Micah are. Jerry and Micah have made it personal. They both took personal shots. When Jerry said, I own you for the next 3 years, I think that got Percy with Micah. Like, you don't tell no grown man you own him. Like, not where I'm from. So when he said that, I don't know what, maybe it got Percy, but to me, that was too Percy. And then when Micah went up and laid his ass on the field.
On the field, yeah.
That was a slap in the face to Jerry.
Yeah.
And I think that was the straw that broke the back when it came to their communication.
Yeah. It goes back to the 48 laws of power, Yeah. So it's just natural orders. You never outshine your master. And I get it that the word connotation master could go south on certain people, but that goes to show you that egos are always here, right? Especially when you're a billionaire with a B. You just don't never want to outshine someone, right? And they feel a certain type of way, and it kind of like you showed them up. But I respect every person, man. Like if I'm at your house, and if your policy is no shoes when you walk through the doors, hey, even if I have holes in my socks, I'm taking my shoes off, man. That's just how it's supposed to be. You just respect. But sometimes respect is given, right? Before you even walk through the doors, if your stuff is so prestige, right? Like my house, when somebody walk in my house, it's clean. So they already going to be like, let me just take my shoes off. You know what I'm saying? Because they know how law get down. So they already say, man, damn, dog, your house nice, man. What you do for a living? And they taking the shoes off and they continue to walk. But there's some people that disregard those things, right? That's life.
Get some slugs in my house, bro. You better wear a vest to come in my house, disrespecting my Lord. But anyway, I keep the twins on me, Lord. But anyway, Lord, we're gonna keep it pushing from here. But when the rest of my grades, either fluke, either flood, everything rhymes with F, you definitely get an F. Out of F, you can't get. First of all, Lord,
an F minus.
Is to make your job as a coach, Lord, is to coach your players up. To put them in the best position to win. I watched him. It's like we took the best thing that we had last year. Our corners was like things that we thought we was falling back on, and now it's like, damn, they done digressed to the whole back seven this week. We can't have our front seven with a big hole in it and our back in with a big hole in it, Lord. Now we back at Diddy's house. Now we back with the Diddy order.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Appreciate you for calling in, man.
Lord, no, hold on.
You gotta get offense grade, right? Right, you can give it the offense grade.
Let me give my offense because I want to give credit to. I keep mistaking his name. The guy that came from Arizona. You said the offensive coordinator.
Clayton Adams. Yeah, Clayton Adams.
I F with him. No Diddy pause. I rocks with him because he gave us something we haven't had. I don't think since like Bill. When we have like an offensive scheme, like actually a purpose. Like before we was just running to run. Now we're actually running with scheme. We got pulling guards and traps. Lord, I would say an A minus. An A minus, and I say minus because I think sometimes as a OC, he gets too cute, especially in the red zone. Especially in that 5 yards. B, you got to run it back. Reward him. This guy be out there eating, reward him.
No doubt, man.
F if you run that when they ran that power back, how they did that, run that power all day in the 5.
Mm-hmm.
And those are my grades, Lord. I'm gonna get out here. Don't let Slurpee. I am staying online, Slurp. If you pull up on here, I'm telling you, Slurp. I'm warning you, Slurp. Keep my quarterback out your mouth. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. How, damn Cowboy.
That's VIP, man. Yes, indeed, boy.
Hey, man.
I got from the 513. You're live.
I ain't mad at you.
Law Nation, what's good, brother?
Not much, man. Appreciate you. I saw you was on hold the other day, and I couldn't get to you, but now I'm to you, man. So what you got for me, man, and what you got for the grades and these sorts of things?
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a whole load of things to go over, but I want to start with the offense, and I'll give the grades while I also talk about each side as well.
Right.
So start with the offense. I give Shoddy as offensive coordinator A minus. The reason why I don't give him an A plus is because of kind of what VIP said, getting a little too cute in the times where he doesn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Dak run where Micah caught him. We got Javonte Williams, bro. Smash mouth football. Bring it up the middle. Run it 2 to 3 times up the middle if you need to, for real. Like, it ain't that hard with Javonte Williams. So it's stuff like that that keeps me from giving him an A plus, because those little decisions, are the decisions that can win games for us. So those kind of decisions, I'd definitely love to see him kind of correct a little bit and just, run the ball when we're 2 yards away, 3 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
We got Javonte. He's running over people. He's doing what he does every single game. I just don't see why we need to get trickery and fancy and do fake handoffs and all that stuff. So then, outside of that, I really like what the run game is bringing. It's consistent. It's been reliable. I'm just really kind of curious on why we're so settled on Miles Sanders as our number 2 back. I feel like there's so much more talent out there. Like, even if we were to go grab like a second or a third running back on another team, there's a lot of good rookie running backs, second year, third year running backs that have some good skill that we could use. But hopefully when Jadon Blue gets back, he's able to complement Williams so that we can have that dual threat option for Dak. But then offensive line, I gotta say, I never had an issue with Hoffman and Bass coming in to start.
Right.
I kind of feel like they are the perfect backups that we would want in this position. They've been there before. They've shown up in the times they've been called. And honestly, they're maulers as well. They're not afraid to hit that defensive line. So I like what Hoffman's bringing. I like what Bass is bringing as well. And I never felt concerned about it when they came in. I think Hoffman honestly may deserve a little bit more of a chance to actually be a starter on this team. He's kind of showed up in the times he's been called, not going to lie. What do you think about Hoffman?
I think that Hoffman is a great guy. He's stepping up pretty good in that role of being the center now since BB is hurt, and I think BB road to recovery is another 3 to 4 weeks from here. So to that degree, I like Hoffman. I like what he's doing for us right now. And this Bass did pretty good against Wyatt this past game. So I think Nate Thomas, I think that what they don't want to do is rough the terrain up a little bit. but it was necessary that they did do it.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Steele is about to be gone, dog. You don't substitute move in and out a tackle unless you got some reservations. And this speaks volumes. So I think Nate Thomas is going to be a guy that's going to solidify their role for a long time in the future.
Yep, that's what I was about to say, man. I can feel it and I can see that he's trusted to end up being a future product for us for sure.
Most certainly.
So then outside of that, I like what Ferg's doing. I kind of would like to see a little bit deeper middle zone passes to Ferg. I mean, it's a lot of like dink and dunks to him. I just feel like, he has that skill set where you throw him a nice slant about 5 to 7 yards down the field, in the middle of the field, he'll break a tackle or two and get you a nice gain. So I'd love to see more opportunities like that. As far as wide receiver group, I give the wide receiver group an A, maybe even an A+ this last game. Tolbert stepped up. He showed up in the times he needed to be. Turpin showed up when he needed to be. Dickens showed up when he needed to be. And our boy Flournoy showed up every single time he was called as well. Hopefully he gets some more reps, man, because he is built to be something good. The dude's been training with Chris Carter for years, hasn't he?
Yeah, Chris Carter, he's been working with him, and he's also been working with, his mentor is Jerry Rice. So we can see how that goes down the stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So defensively, man, oof, boy, where do we start here? Defense for me is definitely an F. I mean, let's be honest here. The only part that I could really say is like a bright spot is probably our interior defensive line. And I think Kenny Clark needs to be talked about more. He has not been talked about since after this game, and he wreaked havoc once again against his old team. And everybody wants to talk about Micah playing the Cowboys, but yet Clark had a better game than Micah, I'd say. He definitely got pressure multiple times on Love. He was disrupting those run plays. I mean, Clark needs some credit, man. He's doing some beast stuff out there on the field, and he's really showing up as a good product of that trade. But then outside of that, our linebacking group is terrible. I got to be honest. Our corners are terrible when it comes to Elam. Sanborn, I don't know how he's starting. I mean, it's scary how much he gets turned around, how much and how slow he is to react, to run sideline to sideline. I don't know what's going on there. And then I think we really need a trade for a linebacker. I know we're talking about getting defensive linemen, but I think we truly need a real linebacker that knows how to run sideline to sideline, knows how to cover the zone in the middle if it's called on, and really knows how to read and react, because we're in trouble if we play some really good quarterbacks down the stretch and they just pick apart that middle of the field.
No doubt, man. What else you have for us, Marcus? Because you own it. What else you have for us?
I would say, outside of that, the thing that gets me confused with Jerry is, what is he doing with our cornerback room? Like, what was his idea going into the season to have about 3 to 4 injured reserve cornerbacks and just be okay with that? I'm not really sure what's up with that, because that they're not going to play till about halfway through the season. So you're just going to start the first half of the season with 4th string corners. I'm just like so confused on what he's doing.
Right.
It'd be nice if he could just make a trade for a corner and a linebacker. Those are the 2 spots I feel like we absolutely need, especially when it comes to the zone coverages and being able to have that deep ball help. But as far as Jerry, I'll give Jerry the grade of, I would say B. I'll give him an A if he would actually do something about that cornerback room and the linebacker room.
No doubt.
But I'll leave it there, bro. I'll hop off, let somebody else hop on. How about them boys?
All right, bro. Appreciate you, Marcus, man. Appreciate you from the 513. That's my guy, Marcus, man. Great points, man. Great stuff that he was talking about and getting things going. We definitely need linebackers, right? We definitely need that. And as far as Jerry Jones, that grade can be adjustable. The whole aspect of Schottenheimer. Got four more games we could do these grades again. But last but not least, I have my guy, my brother from another mother, Big Amish. You're live.
How about them Cowboys?
Yo! Hold on, I got a super chat. Yeah.
You heard one grand sneak dissing me, right? Say less.
Okay, well, the battle wars of Darius versus 100 grand coming soon. All right, so what you got for me, Big Amish? What you got for me?
Well, I give a C as an overall grade, and I have to give it a C because we only won one game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go by the numbers. So one game, I can't give more than a C. However, if I'm gonna give a higher grade, it would be for the play calling, but the offensive line play and Clayton Adams. And so that's why I'll stick with a C. Now, and also the trade with Micah. And
Max
with
A.
that
Millie
trade,
$9.99.
it's just like the game itself. It's a tie.
Hold tight. Got a super chat.
Throw some cheese at Titans, get Tony Pollard, have him spell Williams and sign Gilmore, and all is forgiven. DC4L.
Definitely gonna go over that, Maximilian. Appreciate you. Now go ahead, Big Star.
Yeah. I was going to say regarding the trade, it's a tie, it's a push. No one's feeling great about anything right at this time. You can't give, but if Jerry is serious about winning a Super Bowl, which I think we can do, and I said it from the beginning, that there's going to be bumps and bruises in the first half of the season. So I'm not questioning what's happening, right? But if Jerry does not make the moves, then he's not serious about winning. If we don't get that edge, if we don't get a top linebacker play as well, and fix a portion of that cornerback room, okay, we could hope that players are going to come back and play as they did, or rookies come in. But we have to solidify that if we want to make a serious push. If we're not going to make those moves, then we're back to where we have 30 years of the same old ice cream, and that's all we're getting. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that.
Let's get it, man. I think we need to strike now. Got the number one offense in the league. Let's go ahead and try to stack better, precision things while we're on the field, and then let's go for some more defensive guys, and let's not just wait and see if these guys can get it together. I think that they should go out there and be aggressive and go get somebody to help this defense out. Man, I really appreciate you for calling in, Big Amish.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget Dave Campo. We had the number one defense and got us nowhere. 5 and 8 seasons. We have the number one offense. I'm hoping that's not the case. So Jerry, it's up to you.
Good nugget.
Love you, Law. Thank you.
Yes,
how about
indeed.
them Cowboys?
Yo, boy, I needed that. Yes, indeed. Last but not least, caller, man, always great to hear the Cowboys community speak, and we give everybody great times, man, through the week. Not to put anybody on a timer. I do this show to help people speak, man. I had one person reach out to me and said, man, I used to be shy, I used to be timid, but calling into your show helped me out, and it helped me be able to speak now in front of people, and now I'm going around talking to folks. And I said, good Lord, that sounds like me. I grew up very shy, timid until I got to the 7th grade, and a whole bunch of other stuff opened up for me. But I was very shy, stuttered when I speak, and now look at me now. Now you can barely hear me. Hush, I'm talking all days. But neither here nor there. Sometimes you got to grunt it out. And when you grunt it out, what about this? You grunt it out, but what about brunting it out with good quality stuff? I can't wait to show y'all when I run in the mud with this. I'm waiting for it to really get muddy so y'all can see Law Nation Sports running this thing. Yes, indeed. But let's talk about it. Brunt Workwear. Let's not work in pain, but let's work in comfort. And I'm talking about quality comfort. Brunt Workwear brings you that element of comfort, stability, and also durability. With Brunt, your number one workwear out there in the field, built to last, built to survive, and also leaves you with style and grace. So visit bruntworkwear.com and use promo code LAW and pick up you a pair. That's Brunt Workwear, and I'm telling you, concrete proven, because you never want to get concrete on your skin. Well, this boot, you can step in concrete, shake it off, and keep walking. Only my hard workers know what concrete can do to your skin. It burns, and nothing burns worse than concrete. So go pick up you a pair of Brunt Workwear and get percentages off when you use promo code LAW. There's two type of people that you don't want to fight, especially those who lay sheetrock all day and them shingles. I mean, if you fool around and get into a fight with one of them guys, man, their dexterity and their balance is really good. Don't let them have these pair of Brunts on. You're going to lose that fight. They don't care how big they are or how small they are and how big you are and how small you are. If you get a fool around and get into a tussle with somebody that put them shingles up all day, you better hope that you know some jiu-jitsu and some MMA, because them boys gonna work. They gonna work you. Let me know if I'm lying in the chat. Shoot. And don't let them have leverage with one of these, boy. I'm talking about leverage. This shoe is comfortable. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I saw a guy the other day, man, just carrying the shingles. The shingles, them things heavy, man. Just walking without a ladder or a safety net or nothing. Just walking up on a clear beam. I'm sitting like, man, how's he able to do that? You know, and he ain't nothing but like 180 pounds or 160 pounds. Boy, I'm telling you. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Stump the yard boots. Yeah, Brunt will be tattooed everywhere on your forehead. Yes, indeed. Recluse says he's doing it right now. Them shingles and sheetrock. Yeah, That sheetrock, you just think of that sheetrock plaster, holding it up over your head. You know what I'm saying? And tat, 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 zzz, 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 zzz. Shades. Yes, indeed. They don't do the, look, give me the 12 by 12. And just holding it up over their head. Like, man, how are you able to do that, man? Shoot, I need a whole bunch of step ladders and say, you know what, I'm just gonna pay Hector to do it, man. I'm not finna do it myself. No. Hector, come on over here, man. Help me get this side over here and get this together. Roofing is, especially in Texas, shoot. Yeah, it'd be 1,000 degrees up there. But on the balance beam with just straight Brunt shoes, just walking all around. All right, so we got, shout out to you, Darius. Maybe I could set up a side-by-side with you at 100 grand, and as well as my guy VIP, and y'all can do y'all thing. Also, Max Millie, appreciate you. Thank you so much for your super chat. He says, life is good, but what to do? Throw some cheese at the Titans, get Tony Pollard, and have him as a spellback to Williams, and sign Gilmore, and all is forgiven. Gilmore, to a degree, he's more of a press cover corner, not necessarily a zone corner. I don't know, and they said he can't run no more. But I would still bring Gilmore in for a cup of coffee. Paris Campbell, not Luke Campbell, is coming back, Law, shaking my head. They bringing back Paris? Well, let's see what he can do, man. Is 11.3 seconds to run 100 meters as fast. My dad was fast as gut bummer. So you run 11.3 in the 100. Shoot, your dad good. Yeah. He fast. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, he fast. I forgot dude was on the team. Yeah. Wait a minute. Is he coming to the Newhouse? Is Paris Campbell going to the practice squad or the active 53? Because if he goes to the active 53, I want to know like what the hell is going on with Smooth. Trayshawn Holden. Paris got speed, but he can't catch nothing. He was the only guy. When C-19, they're like, don't worry about wearing the mask, bro. You ain't catching it. He can't catch that. Shout out to him. I think he went to the Ohio State. But let me see. If they don't elevate Trayshawn Holden, let me see. Paris Campbell News. Okay. All right. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, he practice squad. Okay. Let him get that money. Okay. Buddy Johnson has been replaced to the Colts and the Cowboys practice squad. Paris Campbell waived injury before the start of the season. It's being signed back to the practice squad, a corresponding move. Okay, so he practice squad. Oh, okay. Let him make that money, man. That's good money. That's about $650,000 a year. Yeah, VIP 2.0, I would definitely sign your shoes, man. Yeah, practice squad. He practice squad material. And nothing wrong with it, Stu. I wish they could sign me to the practice squad. I'll be the oldest guy on the Cowboys team. Yeah. Put me on the practice squad. I can just run some, but put me on the roof, though. I can fill in. I can play safety. Yeah, I'll be a smaller safety up there for him. Buddy Johnson is better than Sanborn. Yes, I agree with that. But, according to Coach now, he's okay. Glory be to Allah. Jihad Campbell. Shout out to Jihad, man. All right, so my guy Boss Show Me states Dallas has to stay alive and pray the opposite on these teams can go on a fire sale. A fire sale is a team below that can help with edge, running backs, and maybe safeties. He's talking about the Jets, the Dolphins, the Titans, the Saints, the Panthers, the Ravens, the Browns, the Texans, and the Raiders. Max Crosby from the Raiders is my number one go-to guy. Shout out to my guy, Balls Cowboys Sports, for this topic here. Also, the Texans, what's their edge rusher there they paid all of that money for? His name at the tip of my tongue. That edge rusher there for the Texans, I will scoop him up. For the Browns, I would like to find out one of their DBs at the tip of my tongue. I'll go grab him. Man, my mind is slipping me on the name of the guy, but he's there. For the Ravens, of course, I know he's been fumbling the ball. Danielle Hunter. Appreciate you, Terrence Smith. Appreciate you. Danielle Hunter, I'll pick him up real quickly if they want to just get rid of him. For the Ravens, Roquan Smith got a hamstring deal that may be out for 3 to 4 weeks. I'm trying to win now. I don't think that they will move on from their identity, because that's what identity guys are for the Ravens, are linebacker guys. And I'm hearing that, he's personally being mentored by Ray Lewis. So maybe they get deer antler spray on his legs. I don't know. But Denzel Ward, maybe Florida. Yeah. I'll get Denzel Ward over here real quickly. Grant Dilpet and the other guy, his name is at, I was just looking up his skill set, but Ravens, I would take a look at also. I know how y'all feel. but I would get Derrick Henry. I know he's been fumbling the ball. And if they are willing to move on from him, he won't be able to wear 22 here, right? But I would just at least take a real good look at Derrick Henry. I'm just saying, if they want to just can the season. The Panthers, y'all saying Hassan Reddick. I think Hassan Reddick would like to have a bone to pick with the Eagles. I'll pick him up just because. The Saints, Cam Jordan, maybe. I'll take a Hail Mary shot at Chris Olave and say, hey, Kellen Moore, you owe us something, man. I give you Jalen Tolbert. Shout out to Jalen Tolbert. Mozzie for Chris Olave. Yeah. He's not even on the defensive side. He's on the offensive side. But I would do it. I'll pick up Chris Olave in a very quick time frame. For the Titans, this is going off the top of my dome, for the Titans, wait a minute. Way back for the Ravens, I'll pick up Cheeto Woozier. I'll spin a block back on Cheeto Woozier. Yeah. I get Cheeto. But for the Titans, Jeffrey Simmons. And they got some other linebacker that I kind of like when I was looking at some of their tape. But I like Jeffrey Simmons for the Titans. Tony Pollard from Maximili, yeah, that would be something crazy. JOK for Loso, saying JOK, yeah, I'll take a look at that. For the Dolphins, Bradley Chubb. I'll take a real good look at Bradley Chubb. It was to the point Tyreek Hill, but let me see. Who else on that team? Yeah, outside of Bradley Chubb, shoot, he already got 3 sacks for the season, 4 pressures, 3 stops. Yeah, I'm picking up Bradley Chubb for sure. Like, y'all ain't doing nothing with him anyway. He's 29 years of age. He's 6'4", 275. I'll pick up Bradley Chubb real quickly. A-Chain, I don't think that he's going to move on from A-Chain. What about Waddle? Is Waddle hurt or healthy or what have you? And for the Jets, they're not going to dance with us until after we play them. But Quentin Williams is there. Sauce Gardner is there. They just paid Sauce, but it'll be nice to have Sauce and Bland on the same team. And hear me out. That could be a real nice future move. Oh, my God. We wouldn't even be talking about secondary if I can get Sauce Gardner, Siobhan Revel when he get healthy, and move Bland back inside. Shoot, I'm straight for I'm straight for another 3-4 years, dog. Shoot, I'm good. They ain't gonna move on from Sauce though. But shoot, oh my God, this would be like this would be. I got heaven right here on earth. Shoot. I got 2 good press cover corners that's gritty, and then I got Bland inside. Shoot, I'm set. Sauce, shoot. Oh my, yeah. Sauce and Bland, Jerry. That's crazy marketing, right? That right, Dramatic. Shoot. It's just us wishful thinking now, Oh, my gosh, man. Cowboy Nation, we had a great day today. I appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Keep in mind we have Cowboys Collective later on tonight. We're going to be doing our thing, getting it going the best way possible. I love the think pieces. Appreciate the grade. Also, can somebody grade me on this show today? Grade me A, B, C, D, or F what I need to work on better, right? Or if I'm doing everything good enough. We are 1-2-1. Last game, it would have been better if we can just figure out a way to pull out a win, right? We're at third place in our division. Horace Fisher says, A+, Law. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Appreciate you. Thank you, Retro Gaming. And I'm hungry. Somebody, whoever said, Lawman is starving. My belly touching my back. So who gonna take me out for a little meal? Send the link to the Cash App. Send me a few corns. Go grab me something to eat. Appreciate all of y'all for working with me. Going through all of my lunch break and going through mostly your lunch break. Fueled by coffee. Shout out to Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. C-. Jerry, I gave you. How you gonna give me a lower grade than I gave you? Marcus, man, why you give me an F, man? But there's always room to improve. Challenge the mindset of the people. Always know that everyone is going to have an opinion of you. But you don't have to have their opinion of you become your reality. Story. This farmer was on this land and the horse broke away. And the neighbor said, hey, your horse is running away. And the farmer said, it's neither good nor bad. I let the Creator decide what's going to happen next from here. The next day, that horse that broke away came back with 7 other horses. Wild horse, by the way. He said, hey, your horse came back with more horses. He says, hey, neither good nor bad. I let the grand Creator decide what's next from here. His son jumped on one of the wild horses to tame him. And he fell off the horse and broke his leg. The neighbor said, hey, your son just broke his leg. And the farmer looked outside and said, it's neither good nor bad. I let the Creator decide. The next day, the local military people came out to recruit. They was about to go into war, and they was looking for the son. And they said, hey, we can't take your son to war because he got a broken leg. And the farmer says, hey, neither good nor bad. I let the Creator decide. You see, life itself is always a weird one. We can get angry and upset about the things that we go through. Neither good nor bad. This too shall pass. Life be lifing. But the moment you are too high, it can be a detriment. The moment you're too low, it can be a detriment. So challenge life as it relates to that. Neither good nor bad. Let the Creator decide. But there's also this mindset that you must carry along the way. Law, what is the mindset? The Cowboys 1-2-1. Hey, it's neither good nor bad. No one knows what we're about to have down the stretch. But your mindset should be where your feet at. Slow feet don't eat. But always challenge your mind to elevate. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdy and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme, Jerry, and dream, Jerry, is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, as T. Richburg said, leave my Mobile Bay Tolbert alone, you will get it. True story. Tolbert ran the route that he's supposed to run. But his determination, his heart, soul, and sinew at the tip of his route said, turn around and look back for the ball. And he played through the echoes of the whistle. So even if the route where you going is not the design that you thought it need to be, turn around and look for the ball. Boy, y'all don't have me to slap your neighbor and tell him, I'm looking for the ball, Cowboys Nation, just like Tobin. I'm coming down with the prize. Come on with it. Play it. Where it at? Where my music at? Here we go. So don't give up. Never quit. Keep running. Yeah.
I wake up,
Law.
thumb down that check, no drip this.
You can't go north on Highway 20. Juxtaposed. You can't go west on Highway 55. But the route that you on will carry you where you need to be if you stay there. Sometimes you got to get off your route in order to get where you're going. Come on. And roll those credits.
The first one in, the last one out. Can't call me lazy.
Can't call me lazy.
Put in my hours, send the invoice, and they pay. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Enrico.
I wake up.
Law. Shout out to you, C-Los. Tell them run it up. Shout out to you, James Simmons. Are you related to Jeffrey Simmons? If so, tell him. Tell him I'm on line 5. Need to get to line 6. Paul, appreciate you. C-Los. Stream Elements. MJ Johnson. New York, baby. Come on.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried.
MJ said, you get an A for singing What a Fellowship, what a great leaning on the everlasting arms. Can't grade the teacher. Come on. Law, Stephen Brown, A+, appreciate you. Shout out to all of these supporters, food lovers. Appreciate you, Dominique Pittman, B-Bird Cowboy, Swazi, right now Swayze, Sadiq Charles has arrived, Jabari Showtime, Rich Coleman, not Broke Coleman, but Rich, DP, Darius Flip Houses, Max Amili, New House Fam, and if your name is not on this list, Cowboy Nation, no, don't fret. There's always a situation where you can hit that share button. You can subscribe to the nation. Virtual currency is a real thing here. Help me grow as an independent content creator to get independent stuff going. I gotta do it this way. So your support, your donation, your contribution goes a long way. Let's get it.
Take a drag of my cigarette.
Put HBO in the chat if you shared this content, if you subscribe to this content, and if you hit that like button. HBO me. And you. Ooh.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Don't let them hit you, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights.
Appreciate all of y'all too for flooding DLLS and getting my back on a lot of things. That's what I like to hear. Subscribe to the website too. I love it. Yep. And another one. Yeah. All at one.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to you, David Jenkins. Layer 2. This week at the Cowboys and Chill, it is reported that we're going to have Patrick Creighton in the building. Who remember Patrick Creighton?
If a paper crane can fly, then Bradley doesn't feel that far. Ain't nobody.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the flow. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Lay your head on that pillow at night.
Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
Oh my goodness, it is you! I cannot believe it. Oh.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
In the words of Uncle Charles, let's get on up out of here.
Sacrifice, don't give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday, yeah. Depend on you if you win or lose. You know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday, yeah.
One love, DC for life. Y'all like this? I don't know a word before, but you know, the wrong shade of blue though. It should have been, but it's one of their retro looks back in the day, so it is what it is. Grade to staff. Until next time.